Hello, welcome to the Midnight Podcast. I'm Liz, and I'm with Joe Bob and Therese, and our friends Amy and Morgan are here. So say hello, ladies. Welcome to Monday.
Fancy you
Hello,
are.
ladies.
Hey, we're trying, and thank you to Pirate for our new intro. We really appreciate it. Now we're fancy, like some of the other podcasters. But we still don't edit, so don't expect too much from us, because really, you know.
Like the two sisters and some yarn people.
Yeah.
Oh no!
They're fan-
Can I put in a formal complaint?
About what?
What?
Sure.
Where's the wine? Where's the ladies drinking wine?
Well, he can
Daiquiris.
add to
Where's
it.
the ladies drinking?
Not wine. Not wine.
I'm sure he can add to it.
No wine on knit night. What's the world coming to? What are you doing? Okay, soft drink it is.
It says
Says Joe in her mobile office where she shouldn't be drinking wine.
I buy yarn the way some women buy shoes.
Here we go. Let's crack a beverage. Cracking a beverage, grabbing my environmentally friendly factory manufactured steel straw. Not.
Fart.
Ah.
Mine's a-
Well, hello there.
Hello, welcome.
Hello.
Hello.
Everybody who's come back, thank
Welcome.
you. And if you're new, welcome. We hang out, basically. That's what we do.
Oh, I forgot there are people.
Have we really been live for
I
5
forgot
minutes?
there's people out
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, no, 2 minutes.
Oh, it says 6 minutes on my end.
2 minutes.
Oh, well,
So we've
Oh.
It
got an
says 2 minutes.
intro.
yeah.
Wow.
So
How
Tomsky says we need to
professional.
add a few second delay to the start of the intro. Got it. I'll do that next time. So, how is
Okay.
everybody? How was your weeks? Everyone's still alive and functioning barely?
Barely.
Barely.
Here I am, proof of life.
We're here.
She's not so sure about that.
And there is
How
a
are the animals,
tomorrow,
Joe Bob?
apparently, so
How are the animals, Joe Bob?
I don't know. It's been a week. I don't care.
How are you,
Exactly.
Tabitha?
The
We
animals are
miss you.
fine.
We wish you were here.
I was in a hurry leaving.
Yes, Tabitha.
Sorry.
Tabitha.
Tabitha.
She will not join us.
I think she's working.
I was in a hurry leaving the house today, and I opened the door on top of the new puppy's foot, so she had a big cry. So I passed her on to Millie and said, "I'm out of here. I got to go talk to my girls. You got to talk to my girls. Mum time, me time." I hope you're all settled back there. Look at Ames, yeah, in bed again as always.
It's football night. I had to hide in the bedroom.
Actually,
Yes. Can we
Actually,
all be sad for
at least
Amy
you're not
because
in
of
the
what
bathtub.
What?
Can we all be sad for Amy because her husband ruined his car?
Yeah.
What is wrong with that man?
Oh, I'm having all the audio issues. I'll just leave and come back, guys.
I don't hear anything.
Okay.
You're fine
no,
on our end, Joe.
Yeah.
So,
My
I'm
husband
trying to
put-
leave. It won't let me leave.
He put a Cowboys
You won't
American
let
You won't let me go.
license plate on his
Stay
Corvette.
here.
Leave.
Stay
You
with
won't-
us. Don't go to the light. Oh no, she went to
she'll
the
be
light.
back.
Should be
He
back.
put a Cowboys thing on his car.
Yes, like the
What
license
is wrong
plate
with him?
holder thingy. He put a America's team, Dallas
No.
Cowboys. Which
Yeah.
What a shame.
I have University of Texas, but that's better than Cowboys.
so now I have to go get like a Saints hat and a Saints shirt just to wear when we're in the Corvette.
Oh yeah, you got a wrap.
So that I could show people I am the sane one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's hard
I mean,
to be in a
you
mixed
gotta give him-
marriage.
It is hard to be in a mixed marriage.
Yeah. So
Yeah, could somebody either tell Jordan Love and probably Matt LaFleur as well to stop calling on a 3rd and 20 for him to throw the ball into double coverage? Could we perhaps stop doing that?
Is
Maybe.
Matt Canada calling your plays too?
I mean, sure, because
Maybe he's moonlighting over there.
Look,
maybe.
Morgan, I don't know if it gets worse than the Saints game last Thursday night, where their kicker faked a punt and threw a better play
Here we go.
than our quarterback.
We
Joe's
lost
back.
to the 1-5
Joe
Broncos, Amy. We lost
But wait,
to the
Welcome
Broncos.
back, Turner.
You lost
We were-
to the Broncos?
Yes, we lost to the Broncos.
How does that happen?
That is bad.
And we actually came
Wow.
back and were ahead by 1 point. We actually rallied back. And I thought, oh, an early Christmas miracle. Oh, good. Oh, no.
I'm so
No.
sorry.
That ended very quickly. And then
I'm
he
sorry for your
threw
loss.
into double coverage again.
I saw
He
that.
didn't learn.
I saw that.
He didn't
I was
learn
sick that
last
day. I didn't
week
watch all the games. So.
from the Raiders. Last week with the Raiders, he threw 3 interceptions. I believe all 3. No, actually, I take that back. 2 out of 3 were him throwing deep into double coverage. Apparently, he didn't learn. Apparently, Matt LaFleur didn't learn either. Apparently. So that
Well,
was
Matt Canada.
painful.
Telling you.
I heard
Painful.
what's his name, the asshole who runs the NFL,
Goodell.
is talking
Roger
about
Goodell,
having the
that
Super Bowl.
shit
Yeah, is talking about having the Super Bowl in London.
in London.
No.
Okay,
What?
I have a tinfoil hat conspiracy theory thing about that. That's part of the one world order.
Yeah.
One world. International Football League.
Yes, because all those that love soccer so much want to see American football.
I'm just
Tom
telling
Skate,
you,
do people,
that's part of their plan.
are there a lot of people in your country who like American football? I'm asking seriously.
I think they do actually. I think they
Or just
do.
the spectacle of it.
Okay,
if you
but
see, if
there's
you
still
watch,
way less of
if you
them
watch one of them,
than there are
everybody's. First of all, Wembley Stadium is packed, and everybody's wearing all the different American teams, all of them. They love American football. Yeah.
Oh God, I just had a terrible thought.
What?
If the Chiefs
Terrible.
make the Super Bowl, and if they decided to make you know who the halftime show,
Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, no.
I'm pretty
No.
sure Super Bowl performers are already locked in and contracts are
for this
signed.
year, but maybe next year.
This year, but
Next year. I
And
think next year it's in the world.
I haven't watched.
Yes,
the
but
halftime
Amy,
show
even if
for
they break up, she'll have a new
years, so-
song out for next year, so it'll be all good.
Didn't she play the Super Bowl not that long ago? Am I
Did she?
imagining
I don't
that?
know.
I don't know. I
don't think so.
The halftime show is trash. It's been trashed for years.
Here's Joe Bob again.
Yep.
There she is.
Joe Bob, welcome
Joe
back.
Bob.
We don't hear
So-
what you
Welcome back.
hear. So.
Joe, can you hear us?
Get back in the.
So what's everybody working
I'm
on?
trying to get back in the game. It's not working.
We can hear you.
No,
We can hear
I
you.
can hear you.
Can you hear
Oh,
us?
you
Can you hear us?
Yeah. You're fine.
You're fine.
No.
Stop saying what I'm saying 2 seconds after I say it.
I can hear Amy. I can't hear Therese.
Can you hear me?
So
There we go.
Amy will have to translate
Nope.
everything for me. Oh, funny thing, I can't get this pinned score off my screen. 31-17. Sorry, Miami Dolphins. Go the Eagles. Woo woo.
That's why she popped out, just so she
In
could
their
pull that
chest
up.
uniforms? Yes.
Look, I brought stuff.
Ooh.
Ooh,
That's so pretty.
Ooh.
that is pretty.
All right, so this is that cardigan, the Magnus cardigan. Which am I the only one?
Oh,
that
the
Magnus,
one with the
Magnus was not. My brain goes places that it's just not. Yeah, I keep thinking Magnum. So
We know.
Um,
No.
yeah, I do right.
No.
Oh my God, are you okay?
Good mom.
Oh my God.
What's
Did
happening?
anything else go wrong today?
Did she get attacked?
Oh, there was an
by a
earthquake.
room?
It's bad enough she's upside down.
There's
but
an
now she's
earthquake.
over. Oh my God.
Actually, that's why I was
I did not use.
engines on my broomstick blew out, and then I got stuck in traffic, and here I am.
All right, I did not use her Scarfy Light suggestion because Scarfy Light sucks. So I'm using Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn, racist, homophobic yarn, and
My favorite.
you can't see the colors that great, but look at all the ends.
I can't.
There's no
Oh my
hole.
goodness.
I can't look
But
at
there's
the
Yeah.
ends.
Yeah.
Oh my
yeah,
God,
lots
that's
of
more than the
ends.
MCOW.
So
That's more.
I know.
That's more ends than
That's-
Stephen West these
yeah.
days.
So I'm to the point,
I
like
can't.
I'm starting up the what would go up your shoulder.
Yeah.
Nice.
I want to do that so bad, but I don't want.
So
So it's 3 pieces, or is it
no,
one
it's all
piece?
one. It's all one.
Okay.
Like you work the
Yeah.
until you get to the middle back, and then you work your thing. And I guess you put the
I really
sleeves in,
like it, but
sleeves in after. You know, I mean, obviously the sleeves aren't worked all together. But.
Was there a full disclosure on the pattern about how much yarn you waste?
No, but she
Right?
didn't tell you how many skeins to get, so I should have taken
Yeah.
that.
That's a lot of yarn.
it's really awesome, but those.
It'll be
ends.
lovely when it's done, though. Did we lose
Oh,
you
yeah.
again? I swear.
I
Yeah.
mean, I guess you
No.
could go bohemian and just leave the ends.
Right?
You could have fringe. You could do the whole
Yeah,
fringe
there you
thing.
go.
So I don't know if it's you.
Fringe? Yeah.
So
I'm
I have a finished object.
gonna try to wrap it in the button band, so we'll see.
Ooh, that's
Finished
so
my shawl.
pretty.
I love it, and I love
I
your
It's
do
the
too.
rosy shawl. And since we have Amy here, she can explain what's going on in the future.
That is the rosy shawl for. Oh, there's Joe again.
There's Joe again.
That's the rosy
Joe
shawl
Bob.
for our
I
upcoming.
got to do it slow for Amy,
Yes, all right.
or Joe will yell at me.
Look, Amy. Look. Amy,
Look,
look.
Amy. How pretty.
It's 1.5 skeins of
right?
fingering weight.
Who's Rosie?
Who is Rosie?
Rosie is a character in our Who Done It murder mystery
Ooh.
thing coming in January.
I can't wait.
Which is going to be so much
know.
fun.
Oh,
Exciting.
okay.
Coming in January, you will play along with your various podcasters and help solve a murder
That's gonna be so
mystery
much fun.
with a yarny theme. And eventually, I'll write who the murderer is.
Is
Maybe
is
she will.
Rosie
Maybe she won't.
Wait, what?
is Rosie a black lesbian person with a beard?
Rosie is.
Oh my
I'm
God.
not saying anyone's culture or race or anything in the story other than the people that are from New Orleans. So everyone can assume and presume what they would like.
Oh, you can use your imagination.
Yes.
Wild.
Mm.
Okay.
Imagine that.
Do you have a list yet of who's participating, which podcasts, or do you not know yet completely?
Off the top of my head, well, I don't know if Morgan's still podcasting, so she can join us if she wants.
I am. I
Yes,
just
Morgan.
have to actually like
Because the
coordinate.
podcast, because
yeah.
only a few people know the story, and then as I release the clues every week for a month-ish, depending on how long I write this thing, everybody will read the
Right.
clue. They'll knit whatever they want to make, crochet, knit, whatever. Bonus points for murder,
Yep.
true
Mhm.
crimey, New Orleans-y theme stuff.
Really?
Holly of Mystery Mouse Yarns will have a special yarn for us. Liz will have her pattern, so extra points if you do that kind of stuff. But you don't have to make the same
Mhm.
thing, because we all know how I feel
Carrie Smith said she was going to join in.
about that.
Oh, wait. Somebody's here. Who could it be? Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Annie. Hi. Joe.
Hi.
Joe, can you see who it is?
No.
Hi, Joe.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, Annie. Thank you for coming.
Oh, let me sit up straight and take notice. Annie, got pen pals
Look,
here.
there she is.
Annie, how are you over there?
I'm good, thank you. My eyes are a bit tired, but I think I feel all right. Should be in bed.
Welcome.
Good to see you.
Annie has a
Welcome,
podcast too, A Stitch in
Annie.
the Sky. So you should go watch it because it's awesome.
I love Annie.
It is. Because you're so understated.
This is not
How you
the
explain
day for me to
things?
have technical difficulties. How annoying.
And I know exactly what you mean, but you say it in such a polite way that it's perfect. Like your whole thing about the first M cow clue and the steak and the vegans, and that was just so well done. I loved it.
Good, thank you. I didn't want to be nasty, but I wasn't impressed.
No.
And it's the middle of the night for her.
Yeah, so we
So
thank you for staying up
here.
late.
I'm gonna have to drop out and sit in the chat just to watch everybody. I can't hear.
No, you're
I
not.
can't hear crap.
Oh,
You have your,
Tired this for you.
she doesn't put her headphones on
Ciao.
like a normal person. Well, I'm sorry. I wanted her to have chat with you in real life, Annie. I'm sorry because we always have technical difficulties on Knit Night. It's a thing.
I know.
So maybe Annie will give clues for our murder
We
mystery
do.
too.
All
Yeah.
right.
Do you want to play?
Our murder mystery in January.
Yes.
Yeah. Why not? I'm a yes woman at the minute. I'll just say yes to everything.
Well, the more podcasts, the better because then it'll, get more people in to see our
Right.
good
because
people.
Everybody watches everything, and I'm not getting this, and I may or may not give the same clues to the same podcaster, so you'll have to see. So.
And blocked. There'll be
Okay.
something in blocked too, won't there?
Oh, this is going to be so much.
She's back again.
Joe's back.
Hey, Joe.
So sorry. I am having the worst. It just drops me out. StreamYard does not love me today.
Do you have your headphones?
Her
Of course
audio's
not.
okay. I think she just got a
You
delay.
sound good.
Just
You sound good,
carry
Joe.
on. Just pretend like I'm not here. Carry on.
No, I can hear you.
Yeah.
You can?
We
I just
can hear
heard
you
Yeah.
fine.
Look, we got
Yeah.
I want to hear Annie.
Yeah, she's back with the rest of
Okay,
us.
the rest
She
of
just
us
wants to
will
hear
stop
Annie.
her.
I've
Trace,
just
you're
put
getting
my
very.
Look,
stitches on.
for everybody.
If I
And I
keep
can-
dropping
Hello?
out, I'm going to
And I
stay
can only
out.
interpret
This
an
is
ASL,
ridiculous.
so. Okay, now I
Okay,
can.
Morgan's back.
Sorry.
Oh,
Okay,
Now
now
I
we're
can
all
hear you.
echoing.
Back. Yay.
Oh well, let's
yay.
just go with it. So, Annie, how far are you on Clue 2? Have you started it?
No. I got a refund.
No.
Oh, you did? Good for you.
Yeah, I
Did you?
did. So
Well,
I
fair enough.
thought, well, I'm kind of like, I've never jumped in before and done it. And I thought, I'm kind of glad now. Kind of glad I'm not doing it. Am I causing a...
No,
No, it's
a
probably
little
Joe.
bit. Probably Joe, though.
We love her.
Oh,
I'm out of here.
We love
Right, I
you,
finished
Joe. But
eating. I finished with part one.
Dude, come back. Come back.
Oh,
she'll
I
come
did
back.
think.
It's something with her. I think her internet.
It's Joe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
to
unfortunately.
Yeah.
get back.
Well, it's
And I-
Tomorrowland. But Amy's in
Yeah, it's the
Tomorrowland,
future.
right?
She's upside
Yeah.
down. She can't help it.
Doesn't the water
True.
go the other way down the plug hole?
Right. Right.
So
Just hang it on
you
down
didn't
there.
have any trouble, didn't get a refund or anything?
Not
You had
at
no
all.
trouble?
They were really good.
Did they
Really
say
good about
anything with it?
Very. They were just like politely professional. Yeah, nice. But I'm glad I did, because I'm glad I'm not making it really now.
I'm glad I'm not making it. Woo.
I've dealt with his customer service. I've dealt with his customer service people about issues I had with downloading patterns I bought, and they are fantastic.
Yeah.
So it's not, I think this whole thing is just so unfortunate, And
I think he's
I mean,
surrounded by
yeah,
a
they're
group of,
probably.
I think
Go
he
ahead.
panicked and he wanted to react and he didn't want to be seen to not react
Yeah.
quickly.
Well,
So I think
let's be real.
he
If
was
he'd
smart.
reacted any way other than he did, he would have become one of us, and he ain't ready for that.
No. And just making making the optional clue,
No,
he
he
should have just left it at that.
Left it at
If he
that.
just left it at that, it would have been fine. But I think
right.
the
Yeah.
loud
Yes.
people
The
who
first thing was the
are
best.
never
After that, nope.
the loud people who are never satisfied because they're
Yeah.
never satisfied.
Well, if he just
That
hadn't-
wasn't enough.
if he hadn't called
No.
people certain things, if they decided to do clue one, that was his downfall.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
Yes.
And it went from
leave it at
it was
that.
he never intent, it was not, there was no intent to it being
No.
a hate symbol. No, it's not. You didn't
No.
intend it. It's clearly
Now I
not.
gotta write a follow-up article. And blocked.
No. I'm going to finish it, but I'm waiting till Clue 4 comes out because I want to play with my colors. And I wasn't enjoying it at the time, so I put it aside to work on other things.
Same.
Like my shawl, which is done, and then
Thank you.
my puritanical knitting
Not-
fun run,
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
I did show that 'cause I gave it to her. I'm very
which
proud.
I'm changing.
My two.
I'm changing my pattern for that. Yeah, Amy got one done. Hers was kind of quick though.
Hey, there were. I don't recall parameters on the length or size of the.
Hey, at least you did it in the time frame, unlike a certain Murder Knits whose was
I was
completed
told
before it
all
started.
Or 3/4 black, right? And pink above when you watch this, right?
You're right. No, you did. You followed the parameters. You're
I
just
just
lucky that you had a person who was
The
extra
opposite
small.
of Eric.
Lucky
Yes,
that I have an
for
extra
sure.
small size human in my life.
Exactly.
Yes. Yeah, I still have to start mine. I put aside the Stephen West shawl because I really wanted to finish
Yay!
this.
Oh, it's so pretty.
And you did it.
I was
right.
about to call you out. I was about to call you out and say, show your
lovely.
thing. Yes.
So it's
I love your colors.
Yeah.
Your colors are amazing.
I at first, because when I first started, I actually wanted the brown to be the bit
Yeah,
Joe Bob's
that
bag.
goes,
That
it goes like
looks so much
in
better.
between.
I don't know what's going on.
But honestly,
That's for you, Ames.
Thank you, Anne.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
I think that would
I
have really not liked it as much if you'd have done what you
Yes.
did with the black. So
So
I
I
think that was
love
much
it.
better.
I took pictures and then I ended up
I
going to a
love it,
pumpkin
Morgan.
patch.
And let me
Thank
see
you,
your
Joe
holes.
Bob.
Your holes aren't so big.
Oh, they are.
Are
Hold
they?
on. Wait. Oh
Let me
yeah.
see you finger the holes. Can you get your finger through there?
Oh, the holes.
Oh,
Amy's
okay.
holes.
Yeah. See, but yours don't look as
wait.
noticeable as mine did.
Holes.
So I don't know.
I'm wondering if it's the
Yeah.
way you do. Is it the way you do yarn overs maybe that make the holes bigger or not? I don't
I'm
know.
a really loose knitter, but it's
That
two yarn
might be
overs,
why.
not just one. So
Yeah.
that's why I was like, whoa.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Not
I mean, I'm a very
necessary,
tight knitter, so
Yeah.
that's probably
One
why.
is good. Two.
But,
Yeah.
And
And then I just
now
abandoned all the holes and I said, screw it, I'm doing what I want to do.
I'm working on a new project because I didn't want to work on
Ooh.
Steven. So
Ah.
Ooh,
this
is
is
that
called
brioche? That's
the
so pretty.
the Sizzle Pop shawl by Knit
Yeah.
Graffiti.
No.
I found the pattern because I went to a small yarn show. I don't know if y'all have heard of Leading Men Fiber Arts.
I
They're
have some of
based
their
in
yarn.
Illinois. Yeah.
Mhm.
So they were doing a show.
Oh, I love their yarn. I love their yarn.
Yeah. They were doing
Who
a
is it?
show at a
Say it
local
again.
shop, Leading Men Fiber Arts.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, so they're
They're
from
so
Illinois.
good.
Yeah, and so they
Their
were doing a
colors are
show.
so good.
Yeah, and I went and hold on, let me show the colors a little bit better up close. I saw the sample knitted
That
up
is
there,
pretty.
and I just was like,
They sparkly.
very
Those are pretty.
sparkly. So yeah,
Mhm.
I'm working on this instead of the Stephen West
It
because I
matches
just
Joe's
don't.
shirt.
It does, yeah,
It does match Joe's shirt and your
it
ass.
does.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna. I'm
Oh,
working
thank
on my
you.
sock arm cardi right now, but I'm switching the pattern for my Puritan because the one I was doing for my daughter. Ooh, Joe's wearing Star Wars. I bet you she doesn't
Ooh,
know the movie though.
probably not.
Uh-oh.
Um,
I don't know. You know, I
the one
found
I
it
was
at a
doing,
charity
it's a
store.
nice. It's a fine. The pattern's nice, and I asked my daughter what she thought of it, and she said it's fine. And since I'm a woman, I know what that means.
Fine.
So it was
Yeah.
kind of boring. So we picked something
Yeah.
different because she
Fine.
goes to conventions
Know
and
what
anime
mine
things.
is. Yeah.
So I'm switching it to doing. We're going to do this one.
Ooh,
It's called the
that's
Fortress,
cool.
and it's kind of got a Victorian
Oh,
steampunk kind of
okay.
feel to it.
Yeah,
And
That's
so I'm going to do
lovely.
that. Yeah,
that's
I
pretty
just
cool.
have to
Yeah.
get with it.
Okay.
But that's something she can wear to the conventions and stuff. So.
Yeah.
And then eventually I'll do my MCAL maybe after the first of the year. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, I
so
still
yeah.
want to do, I would still like to host a knit along at some point. I mean, now that, you know, I was saying to my friend
No
the other
pressure
day,
since I gave up on the cardigan. It's fine.
yeah, no pressure at all. It's okay. I was talking to
Yeah,
my
and
friend the other day.
you were voluntold to do it. Yeah.
Right.
Sure.
So
But
I'd like to do it. But,
well,
it's
yes,
like
but
I
just so you
feel
know,
like yeah.
Tara bought yarn for that Bright Access tee. She just showed it on her podcast, so you should do it at some
Catch
point.
up with her show.
I'm
Yes,
going to do
I
that
will.
one. Yeah,
I
that's what I'm
promise.
doing.
So
She
I was
got a
talking to
really
a friend the
pretty
other
one
day.
from
From where?
a Mustache, their Badlands yarn.
Oh,
I think was the colorway she's going to do the stripes in.
Oh, nice. Mustache is great.
that'll be pretty.
Yeah.
I need to catch up with her show. But yeah, I was talking to a friend the other day, and I was just saying how I kind of felt like, slightly
Yeah.
cursed lately a little bit. And I'm like, okay, I think this might be the last of fully, cursed, energy or whatever is going on, hopefully for a while. So yes, I really, really want to plan to do this knit along. I'm gonna hopefully try to record a show tomorrow, but no promises.
Yay.
But hopefully I'll have time to record tomorrow, and then, we can all kind of talk more about, because I'm obviously not going to try to host something the same time as other stuff going on, because then that's just too much to keep up with going back
Good,
and
thank
forth.
you.
So
I
yeah, it's
was
gonna be
on
probably
it
later.
Depends on the length
I know.
of your
until I
knit
started it.
along. If it's a week, that's bad. If it's 3 months, that's good.
Well, that's
week's
true.
good.
Hey, if you do like Anne and you're like, just do something self-striping and you don't say, and people like me can cheat and make tiny
That's
tank
true.
top, two tops for people,
Right.
then
Yeah, there you go.
You didn't cheat.
That works.
You just lucked out. There's a
because
difference.
I did start the
No.
Bright Axis T4 Anne's thing in a case we did the self-striping one, and then I realized until I am much smaller, I don't need to make garments like that out of fingering weight yarn. So
Well, that's got a lot of positive ease in it too. I mean,
and it was a
Yeah.
lot of black.
hmm
So I got about that far.
Yeah, you got to look at the ease. Yeah.
I was like, no. I am too big for that. Not today.
not today.
Not today, Satan. Not today.
So I think Therese has a finished object,
Ooh, let's see.
or is she
I
not going to
do.
show it?
And it's right here.
Or you just Or do you need it to
show
stay
it. It's
warm?
right
It's
here.
cold where you are.
It's
Or are you
a
wearing
little
it to stay
chilly.
warm?
It's 50.
Yeah, hush.
Well, the fan is off, but whatever. So I have this is oh, maybe you can see it a little bit. Yeah, a little bit.
Mhm.
Age of Brass and Steam. It's meant to be a bandana type cow, which is how I wear them. I wear my shawls all bandana. So I don't need a 1,200-yard shawl, Stephen West. I need a 500 shawl, Yeah.
That's what mine
So
is.
I
It's
do.
about 600 yards.
Yeah. This yarn is from it was a prize I won from the Summer of Murder and from the dyer who has a dinosaur on her label. I don't know, Yarnicious or
Yarnopolis.
I don't know what her it's
What are you
something
talking
she has a dinosaur dino
Yeah.
like
it's
Dino from
Yeah.
Flintstones on her.
Yeah.
There's
It's
this comments for you,
so
Therese.
soft. It's so
Yarnosaurus?
what? I can't see. How much?
You're gonna say no, so it
to
doesn't
knit
matter.
me a hat? You don't have enough money, pirate, but thanks for your input.
Annie, do people?
Hey, pirate, have your girl knit something. Have Taylor knit or crochet something.
Whatever.
Annie, do people
I
where
feel
you
like
live
that's
do they care about American NFL football where you live? Is it a
No.
thing?
I don't think so. Some people might, but nobody I know.
really.
She has civilized friends.
She's not in London though. I think maybe
Like
Something
us.
about
She's not like us.
Uncivilized Americans.
Yeah.
I can be uncivilized.
Well, the Super Bowl will be in New Orleans in 2025. So if anybody
It'll
gets
be here this year.
you could come see me.
You come to Vegas in January and see it. Annie, where are you from? Our other
I'm
Brit in the
from-
chat wants to know.
Oh.
Yeah, I think I've told him before. Have I not? Maybe. I'm from Oldham, very near Manchester.
Never
We're not far from Neil.
No, not far from Neil at all. I went away to university when I was 19 and never went back. Well, only to visit.
A lot of us do that.
I didn't like it here either at first. I mean, when I first moved here, I hated it. And I ended up getting stuck. I love it now. Good place to live up here. It's a bit out of the way of things.
That's my dream.
That's always good.
Yeah.
I want to be where the people aren't.
Yeah.
That's the one nice thing where I live now is we're not near the strip. We're way out of town, so
I don't care. Even a neighbor next door is too close now.
yeah, we don't get tourists where I am very much.
I want no one.
Yep.
Well, I've got neighbours, but I've got a massive beach that's
We
just
moved.
walking distance.
Ooh.
So there's loads of space,
Yeah.
Whoa, I would
open
love that.
space. Yeah, I get
I
down
would love
there
the
every
beach.
morning. There's
Anything
quite
by
often
water.
nobody there. It's just
I
me
would
and the dogs usually.
love to be by water. I
That's
am
right.
by
You
water,
took those pictures for Shark Week with your
Oh,
dogs.
yeah. That was the best.
Yeah.
You had the best pictures.
That was hilarious.
That was.
We didn't even buy that. My daughter had already got it
Oh, that's
because she's
funny.
into she's into buying equipment for different sporting ventures. And she decided that she was going to take a dog surfing with her.
That's right, the dog.
So
Well-
it was a dog surfing shark outfit.
That was funny.
I saw a picture today that somebody who
funny.
had a Great Dane dressed the Great Dane with a harness and ribbons to make him look like he was a horse, and the toddler was dressed as a jockey.
That's funny.
Oh,
That's
And the dog had the wreath of flowers, and it had the little first place ribbon on its harness, and the little kid in the jockey contest costume was standing next to him. At least that was creative.
that's cute.
And compared to the dog, to the kid, he is the size of a horse. So
Yeah. Yeah, we've got a couple in the neighborhood. They had Great Danes. When they would walk them, I was just like, wow.
Yeah, they're
That's
massive.
insane.
Yeah.
Yep.
yeah, but they eat a lot too.
Yeah, I bet.
I don't know where Jo went, if she's coming back or not. She might have went to
Maybe
her
she's moving to a better
car.
location.
Fun.
Yeah,
yeah, that's a shame, isn't it?
it is, because
Never
I wanted
mind.
her to be able to chat with you face to face, sort of. So, so
That's
Teresa
good,
and I
that's
don't have to hear her say over and over about how you're her best friend and we're not anymore. So
No.
she's ditched us, right, Therese?
Wait till she reads my story. Then I'll
Yeah,
answer her.
she's like, oh, let's not talk about stuff I don't want to talk about. Yeah.
Yeah,
Is
the story's
anybody's
going to be good.
anybody's yarn making the fingers go black?
It was when I was making the tube top.
No, not so far.
Mine is, but it's not. I've had worse.
You're knitting
I'm
color
still-
work, right?
Oh,
Oh
that's
yeah, it's so
Yeah.
pretty.
That's kind of around the waist. That it's like I'm on the armhole shaping now.
Oh, that's cute.
That's pretty.
So that's the back. It's a cardigan.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Am I allowed to say cardigan? It's not a sweater. It's a cardigan.
I'm like, why wouldn't you?
This is a jumper. Because isn't everything a sweater when you look on certain websites?
Oh, I call them cardigans if they are open.
Do you?
Cardigan.
Right. Oh, when you do a search, it's always just.
I had
sort of
somebody yell at
sweater
me
for
once when
everything.
I commented one time on Instagram about, I said sweater by mistake, and somebody corrected me.
Ugh,
And,
I wouldn't go that far.
okay,
'cause,
I kind of thought it was a type of
we've got to
sweater,
correct
but
everybody on the internet when they say something different than us.
yep, it is true. I would be glad to be done with black yarn though, once I get my daughters done, because Yeah.
Mine's quite thick. It's
Right.
not too hard to do.
Oh, I hear my
I've
men.
just
Let's see if my
just
men
found some more.
their own food. Oh, look
thought
at
Neil
Ann.
was going to pop in.
Thank you, Anne. Temping us and politically incorrect knitters. Thank you.
Aw. Maybe he's going to be on Knitting Wars tomorrow instead.
I am going to try my very best. I planned
Well,
my
I think
food.
Neil might be, because he
I
said he
usually
would try to come here when he wasn't.
Neil should be.
We usually have a cooking show going on, but but I planned ahead because I
I've
was
done
bored.
that in private chats. Yeah. For sure.
And I made red bean rice ahead of time, so they should go find their food and they'll be fine. So.
Kitchen's
Mhm.
not that
Yeah.
big. They shouldn't have trouble finding it. But you'd
Well,
be surprised.
The two boys won't eat red beans and rice, so really it's just Paul. Because somehow I raise children born and raised in Louisiana who don't eat Louisiana food. So
Well,
What?
I know.
at least you use seasoning in your
No.
food, unlike,
Yeah,
They
I have
refuse
one.
to
I have one that won't eat seafood. Yeah, I get that.
They refuse to eat any of it. Red beans, jambalaya, gumbo, any of it. They don't want to eat any of it.
Now I'm really, really hungry.
Huh?
So
Oh,
now I'm really hungry. That sounds so good.
oh, oh. Well, you're always welcome, Ann, whenever you want to pop in. when you're not
I
too
will give you
tired.
my red beans recipe, Morgan. It's really easy.
Yes, please.
It's really easy.
Yes, please.
It does not involve opening a can of beans.
Yes.
I mean, you don't use a can of Heinz beans in your red beans and rice.
I admit, I have used Blue Runner canned red beans in a pinch in an emergency. But
That's
no,
all
I
right.
make real red beans, soak the red beans, make the sausage and the onions and all the stuff, the Trinity and all that. And
Gotta have the Trinity.
Yum,
Yep. Trinity.
yum.
Trinity.
I made spaghetti last night, and my son says, he goes, I'm going to say this
We
here
all know.
because I can't say this other places. He says, but his girlfriend's family's Italian. And he goes, your spaghetti's better than her grandmother's, but I can't say that or she might
Wow.
hear.
Oh.
So I'm just telling you.
Ooh.
Like, okay.
Words.
Yeah, no, he's very picky about spaghetti.
There's a fix. No, there's a fix because I am from below the Mason-Dixon line, but my husband is Sicilian. And somehow I managed to make a sauce that he likes. So it can be done.
I learned from some former Italian coworkers when I lived in New Jersey. My mom made good spaghetti, and I worked with some Italian ladies who taught me some tricks to up it. So,
Mhm.
Joe Bob's
you're
back.
Joe Bob.
I'm missing. I miss
Joe
you
Bob's
guys. And
back. Yay!
then, yay, crappy internet.
It's her upside downness, she's barely hanging on to Earth down there. So she's got
I'm telling you,
That's right, she's about
clawing
to
my
fall
way to
off.
stay in the game.
Well, see,
so
this you
far I
can, now you can talk to Annie directly and not have to do it through, multiple podcasts.
Dude, pen
It's fun that way.
Right.
I'm shy, really.
That's what Joe's
I
like.
do
She's
like.
like she's on a first date. She doesn't know what to say.
Joe Bob is speechless. Can't believe it.
Joe's shy. I'm sorry, that does
I
not
am.
compute.
She's like, oh, flutter.
No, that's not.
There was a question that I didn't answer and I can't remember what it was now. I
Oh,
realised after I'd done my podcast there was a question that I didn't
but
answer.
your lucky number is
Oh, it was
2.
about the van. Yeah, 2. It was the van. Yeah, it's a little motorhome, but it's like little. There's just the 2 front seats, and then behind that there's the kitchen and a bench and where you can sit and eat. And then
It's lovely.
there's the bathroom and the way out at the back, and then the bed's above the cab, and it is dinky. It's a Jeff thought, I don't know, your vehicles are probably all bigger, aren't they? Ford Transit vans we have here, it's no bigger than a normal works van. Lengthwise,
transit
it's not.
van.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
But
not.
do you get to go out in it often? Do you go away often?
Not often enough. The thing is, my busiest time with work is when it's summertime, all the good weather.
Yeah.
I do all dress alterations, and it's always when I could be off in the van. I seriously don't have, like, for a couple of months I don't have much time off at all. But I've just been away. I've just been to Glasgow for the weekend.
Yeah,
I did.
Yeah.
On my own.
On your own.
On my own. So I booked a hotel, and then it was through one of these websites. And when I got there, I opened the door, and there was 3 beds. There was 2 double beds and a single bed. And they were like, "Are you on your own?" I was like, "Well, you give me this room." I felt like I had one big brother.
Weird.
Just me and 3 beds. So I flung some stuff on one bed and flung some stuff on the other bed. It was all right.
Yeah. Did you go to any yarn stores?
Well, there was Glasgow School of Yarn was on, which is a little
Oh, wow.
yarn show.
Yeah.
In a beautiful
Yeah.
old hall, and it was kind of compact. There was quite a lot of inspiration, a lot to look at. I bought a few bits, and it was nice.
Oh, good.
As for Annie, why on earth would you live at the beach? Why go anywhere else?
I tell you why, because I don't have to do any
Oh, nice.
housework when I get there.
Mm.
Seriously, it was nice.
That's a great reason.
Yeah.
Do you go to
I
any
like
of the
to,
yarn festivals over there in your part of the woods? Do they have many yarn festivals?
Yeah, there's more now than there was. I used to go to Woolfest, which was our first proper full yarn festival.
Yeah.
But that's not
Mm.
happening anymore. This year
Yeah.
I've been to one near York.
Yarndale? Did you go to Yarndale?
Yarndale. Yeah, I went to Yarndale, yeah. And then there was a new one, a new Northeast,
Yeah.
which is Newcastle Racecourse. And then I've just been to that one this weekend. But I
Yeah.
don't buy so much now, but it's always good to go, isn't it, and have a look around.
Was it super crowded with, no room to walk around? Like places here?
Was quite busy, yeah, when I got there. Yeah.
Mm.
Some of the stalls were really quite narrow, so you couldn't get in. But if you went round again, you were all right.
Oh yeah.
But I went to the cathedral and I went to the necropolis and saw all these massive
Cool.
big graves and things. And
Oh,
then the
wow.
next day, I went to the botanic gardens and saw the carnivorous plants and all sorts of things like that. The
Cool.
palms and fern house and giant goldfish, more fish, giant goldfish. And then I went to a museum and walked all the way around the upstairs and the downstairs. I walked in the back door. What was it called? Can't remember the name just offhand. And then I walked out of the front door and turned round and I saw some signs saying it's the Mary Quant exhibition. So I thought, well, I haven't seen it. I didn't see that in there. And I went all the way around. Anyway, went back in and it was in the basement.
Oh, no.
And it was the last day. So that was crowded because it was the last day and everybody probably thought, oh, need to see it before it's gone.
So was Mary first a fashion designer? Because I know I have some knitting patterns from, must be 50 years ago with her name attributed to them.
All right, have you? That's brilliant.
Yeah, so there were knitting patterns.
Yeah, she was a
Mary
designer
Quant.
all her life, I think, yeah.
Right, but she
But
was
there
a fashion designer, wasn't she?
Yeah, yeah.
So you've not seen the knitting patterns with her name attached to them?
I'm not sure. I have a knitting pattern that's got a mini dress that's got Twiggy wearing it. I've got some vintage patterns. I've got
Yeah, yeah.
I've got a bit of a hoard of patterns.
I understand that completely. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a bit of a pattern junkie.
Yeah, there's
But I
lots
don't
of
know
Mary
about the
Quant
Mary Quant ones.
knitting designs. Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know who designed them, but they've got her name plastered all over them.
She'll have done them.
So I don't know.
All the clothes they had were like lent by people who'd bought them. They were all behind glass.
Yeah.
It was really good to see them all.
Mhm. Mhm.
So I bought myself a coaster.
A coaster.
Oh,
And because it was the last
that's
day,
too
everything was
funny.
reduced.
I picked up two glass coasters made in England the other day, the square glass ones, some vintage ones.
All right.
Yeah. I was thinking of you when I was in the charity shop and I saw them made in England, beautiful cut glass coasters. So, yeah. I thought, I'll take those.
Alright.
They could be pin dishes or stitch marker dishes, little shallow square
Yeah.
coasters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have an Australian friend here,
Do you?
and yeah, and she's like she was my most enthusiastic knitting friend. We went to all the yarn shows together, and she bought that much that I used to carry her bags for her.
Yeah,
But
yeah. And so, do you remember where from Australia? In Australia, she is or was from?
Gippsland.
Oh, up in Gippsland, Victoria. Gippsland.
Yeah. Was it?
Okay. Don't know. I have to look
Long
that one
time
up.
ago.
Yeah.
That was like when I
Okay.
was in Texas, Joe, and I met the lady from Australia. And she's like, "Oh, I'm from
And
New
she
South
said,
Wales." I'm like, "Oh, you probably know Joe."
Yeah.
"Oh, Joe, our states are
Right.
huge.
I
Our
know.
states are really
It's funny.
yeah.
My aunt used to be the person who, wherever she
Yes.
met,
It's
she would meet somebody
we
she
just
knew,
do stupid shit.
and like she would, when we lived in New Jersey, she would come up from North Carolina to go watch Broadway shows with my mom, and she would meet somebody that she literally went to college with in North Carolina. And it became a thing wherever we went. And then when my mom died, I was having a hard time at the viewing.
Yeah.
And I was standing outside, and my aunt came. She goes, "Come on, let's go take a walk." And sure enough, two of the other people in the funeral home were people that she knew who died. I'm like, "Where are
Aw.
we going?" She goes, "We're going to go check them out."
Mhm.
Went to an airport on the other side of the country, met somebody from her hometown.
That's how David, my husband, is. Yep.
It was the
That's
craziest thing.
My husband knows everybody. It doesn't matter where we go, he will find somebody he knows. It's unbelievable.
Wow.
And I'm like, how do you know all these people? It's just
I'm like
he's
I'm
an
like the Kevin
extrovert and I'm an
Bacon.
introvert,
I'm
so
like the 6
that's
Yeah.
part
degrees
of
of
it. But
separation.
he knows
Exactly.
everybody. Yeah.
See, Teresa and I
I
both
don't know
knew
how
Birdie, our friend Birdie, and she was like, "How do you know Birdie?" I'm like, "I've known
What?
Birdie for like 10 years."
I know. That's cool.
Yep.
Well, Bob, what are
I
you
don't
knitting
know how
on?
Original, rivalry.
Bunker
Yeah,
Bears.
what are you knitting on, Joe Bob?
Well, I'm watching Ames and
Yeah.
I'm thinking, I don't know how you can sit up in bed because I would be so tempted to lay down in bed and knit.
It's a thingy you put behind you, and
Yeah.
it like sits you up like that.
I know, but I'm a lazy knitter. Like I like to recline right back and,
Well, if I recline too far back,
Yeah,
then
but-
you do a Job of the Hut thing going on. So I got to sit up a little bit so that you don't see as much Job of the Hut. And it's football
But
night.
don't
so I'm
you-
in the bedroom? Normally I'm
Don't
in
you
the front.
usually have a lamb or two next to you though when you're reclining and knitting, Joe?
oh, they are so
That's
noisy.
why you wear cows.
Wait, what?
Wear cows.
You wear a cowl so you don't Jabba the Hut.
You wear a cow.
It's too hot for a cow.
Wear a
You
cow,
just have
and
to
there's
be Job of the
no
Hut, okay?
waddle, whatever.
Actually,
Amy would die from the heat because it's still,
Just
over.
It
Yeah.
is what it is.
No.
Yeah.
Obviously, I don't care what the people in the internet. I don't wear makeup. I don't do my hair. I don't do anything. So
No.
that's
Well,
why
you
I
are-
love you. No
as we say at the
pretenses.
Not real.
podcast, you
You
get
always come as you are on midnight, so
Yeah, gosh. I don't care. Put your hair in rollers, put your bonnet on. I don't care.
wear your bathrobe like
Who
Tabitha.
cares?
Yeah.
If it wasn't hot,
Take your
I
bra
would.
off, relax. Who
Right.
cares? We're just
Who cares?
knitting. We're just knitting
Hey,
and
I
chatting.
Hey, I put a bra on for here. Okay, I took off the regular bra.
Oh,
and put
just
on the
for
sports
us. Okay. Well, I'm just glad you're not in the bathtub like you usually are when we're talking.
bra. I don't go on video for that though. So
No, she stays off the
Um,
video.
Okay.
but if it
What
wasn't,
am I? Oh,
I would have a
I had a
bathrobe.
This is a family friendly.
family-friendly show.
Ain't that kind of night.
I
Adam's
frogged
family,
everything last
but
week.
whatever. Manson family, who knows?
Remember this that
Hey.
I've bought a whole packet of? The Cleckheaton
Yeah.
California
Yeah.
8 ply. And I said I was
Yes.
going to do Hohi's Odyssey shawl.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
And then I put it in my tub. Oh, how funny. Look what I've got with my pattern.
Mhm.
Look, remember this? My three-eyed
Oh.
picture that Paisley did of me.
Oh.
Hmm.
See? I carry it with me, Paisley, just to remind me that you're watching me and I have to behave myself. So yeah, Hohi's Odyssey shawl. If you've not seen it.
It's
I
a
have
pretty
seen
pattern.
Yeah, got that one, I think.
Yeah, it's a
I
DK
think I have
shawl.
it.
I've made it.
Nice.
I made it and gifted it to a friend in the 3 colours. But because I have a whole bag of
Yes.
this Cleckheaton and it's got gradiated colours, all different colours through it, I just thought I would get started on it because I frogged everything I made. Last week when I was talking to you guys, then I went home and I cast on an alpaca hat and frogged it. Then I looked at my puritanical shawl that I was knitting on while I was chatting to you girls, and I had made a 1-stitch mistake
Yeah.
and it bugged me. And it was in the
Aw.
mohair, the Rowan Kid Silk Night. So I actually
Oh, not the
yanked it
mohair.
out.
Oh,
Oh, you ripped out mohair?
Yeah, well, I threw it in the bin. Lucky I've got more of
really?
it. I tossed it in the
Oh.
It was
trash.
so nice.
What?
I'm going to keep going. I only trashed
Oh,
one
it
section.
was
I only frogged one
beautiful.
All
section.
right.
It's
Just
getting
one
there.
section,
I've
though.
got more of the mohair, so I don't mind throwing that section in the bin. And then last night I thought, oh, well, I can't sit here and not do anything.
Oh.
So I cast on the Hohi, the Odyssey. And so I just like the colours will change, however. And
That'll
some
be
will be
pretty.
thinner and thicker
Just pretty.
sections. Yeah, pretty autumnal
It's
colours.
a good color.
Yeah,
That
so I
corn
just
dog.
thought it's been sat there
Winter.
for,
Yeah.
when did I pull that out? In June or July, and said I was going to knit that shawl. So I thought, well, I said I was going to do it. I can't rip it, and it's easy peasy. So, and it's DK, it's single ply DK, so it's going to just grow really quickly. But it is pretty with all the different colours in it,
Mhm.
purple and burgundy and red, and it's quite
I have
nice.
some chroma.
But
I
I
bet
just
you would
saw
want
a
to do
knot in
chroma.
it.
Yeah, it looks like chroma
Hate.
yarn.
Yes. It
Oh,
does.
Yeah.
single
Not
ply.
in it.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I've got
Yes, it
plenty.
does. Yep.
I can't remember if this pattern allows you to just keep going, but if it does, I will just keep letting it grow until I'm out of the yarn, maybe. Let me have a look.
I don't know. I have the pattern. I haven't knit it yet, though.
Yeah, it goes up to 309 stitches in DK. I may just, I'll see how much yarn I've got left by the time I finish the pattern, and I may just continue on with it. Oh, hang on, there's my photograph of my girlfriend with her pony.
Oh, okay.
Let me just turn it around.
That's cool. That's neat. Baker Street knits Odyssey with Chicken Lady minis.
Yeah. That's nice.
Oh, okay. With DK minis.
Well, I have minis. Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
I have
Okay.
minis. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
You do?
Ooh. I'd have to look. I have
I
DK
don't know.
minis that I need to use.
Oh, okay. It looks
One
nice
more
with the
thing. Add to the
three
list.
solid colours. So I just thought I'd try this variegated yarn
Yeah.
and see how it goes. Yeah. Because I'm just, you know what, I'm really craving some colour work. So perhaps I should get out that baby shit brown mustard skeins yarn that I bought earlier and do that colourwork sweater that I said I would do too. I might cast that on as well.
Don't you love how she
Because I'm
describes yarn that she picked the color of?
I know.
Hey, if
It's great.
if it's baby shit, it's
I
baby
think
shit. You know, it's a color.
I believe
Okay.
it's called
Yeah.
foxtail, but it ain't the colour of any fox I've seen lately. So it's more of a baby shit mustard
Everybody knows
out of
what that
eating
color
hot
is.
dogs.
If you change
I'm
the
sure
baby shit,
I'm sure Marie could use that in her color description.
She'll love me for it. She'll
Yeah, I'm
love me for
sure
it.
that is a big selling point.
Oh, speaking of selling points, I know you probably already discussed Rhinebeck and Woolen Folk.
No, we didn't.
Nope.
Not really.
Oh, you've not done. Okay, so I
Oh
was
boy,
thinking. You will.
we
I
don't have that kind of time.
no, but I just want to say to the vendors who missed out on sales, who attended that event, why did you pay so much money for a stall when you could have simply used that money that you spent, discount your yarn by $1 or $2, and have an online sale marketed? Like, you would have
I
made
think
Now I
so
have a
many more
question.
sales.
no.
You wouldn't
I
have
think
wanted to
it's
leave
because
home.
But how much is a normal, like, because I don't do that stuff. So if you're a vendor and you sell yarn, how much is a normal, like, booth fee?
Oh, well, of course, it depends on the event. I mean, remember all the hoo-ha about Christy Glass with her, how much did she charge for each person to do a little interview with her? Everything
Yeah,
varies, and obviously
like
it
a
depends
regular
on the
well,
size.
I think the reason is because you can do an online sale and you probably get sales, but I think they figure if they're at Rhinebeck, there's a
You
guaranteed
get exposure.
crowd.
Yeah.
Guaranteed
Yeah,
crowd. And
you
I
get
think a lot of the
exposure.
vendors would have
And
loved to vend in
their
Rhinebeck, but they
festival
can't.
sales
So
are
this is the
usually
next best thing.
bigger.
So
But
to
you know,
clarify,
if I wanted to sell 2,000
Show
skeins of
sales
yarn,
are always cheaper.
okay, so
Why not?
I'm low class Southern. We don't speak this language. So Rhinebeck was a thing, but then this was a separate thing in Rhinebeck.
Yeah, there's
it's
a
an
separate
additional
little
event
event.
that was created
Yeah.
about 2 to 3
Yes.
years ago. And
Yeah.
I saw last year's, and it was beautiful. It was on the Hudson, wasn't it, on the Hudson Riverbank? It's absolutely beautiful. And it was
Yeah.
mostly
But the
podcasters
same
doing,
people or not
you
the
know.
same people?
Basically, they want to capitalize on Rhinebeck. So
Okay, that's what
there's a
I'm saying.
bunch of
Yeah,
little
they broke up.
individual events.
So the organizers were not
Right.
the same people.
No,
Right.
separate organisers, a completely, it's
Well,
just an adjacent event on the
Okay.
same
Yeah.
weekend. So
Okay.
that when
Yeah.
you were, you know, you could travel around. But you consider a vendor with their travel,
Yeah.
people to
Yeah.
help them that they hopefully would be paying, their accommodation, their meals, the vendor's fee, all of that agony, the cost of fuel now, all of that agony, if you spent, say, and I'm just plucking a figure from the air, $2,000 on a vendor's fee, and you might have spent another $1,000 getting there, getting your accommodation, that's really dirt cheap. Maybe another 2,000 on accommodation, meals, fuel, staff. Why the heck did you not stay home and take $2 off a skein of yarn and sell 2,000 skeins of yarn that way? You know, have a huge sale. It doesn't cost anything to market it
Yeah.
on social
It's to
media.
get
You get
it's
this,
to build new
you
clients.
can still get huge exposure. There are a lot of people there, and I saw a lot of names and things in a walkthrough video, and thought, well, that's okay. I can look them up, but some of them, no, I've never heard of before. And no, you don't know what you're purchasing because you can't sniff it and squeeze it and look at it on a sample. But what
So
the heck?
question.
Yarn's yarn, guys.
So Rhinebeck is
Different
more than just
experience.
yarn shopping, right? Isn't there like animals?
Rhinebeck
and,
is
like,
the sheep and wool. It has the sheep and stuff at Rhinebeck. They have
Fiber
Okay, so it's
festivals
more than
are-
just buying yarn,
yeah.
right?
Rhinebeck's
It's
like a
more
fiber
than
them.
festival.
The fiber festivals
The
are a
animals are
different
there.
experience from
it's basically
online.
it's the Dutchess County Fair, basically.
Yeah, it is.
What it is.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they have the
Yeah.
animals. They have
So they've got the
all other
agricultural
craft stuff too,
concept of
and the
it.
agricultural
They
stuff.
talk about the sheep and they talk
Just like
about
Maryland
their
sheep
different
wool.
yarn
Yeah.
yields and
So
yeah,
people
fleece
started
yields
these, these events some of the other nights and days for people figuring they'll pick up the clientele who are already in town for the weekend or whatever for Rhinebeck.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I know from what I've
Sure.
read, it's very difficult to get in to be a vendor at Rhinebeck. So
Yeah.
I think a lot
Oh,
of these vendors thought this is,
It
a
would be
good
top
opportunity
dollar.
to build new clients.
Okay, but again,
That's what
my
I'm
question
saying.
is,
I'm
these
sure
two
the
events
fees are
are
a
not
lot more
run by
than what I'm guessing.
they're not run by the same people. So this one was trying to
No.
piggyback off of Rhinebeck, correct?
No.
Yeah,
But not
several of
at
them do.
the same time. It's kind of like I'm here
At a
for the
different
Super
time.
Bowl, and there's also this festival over here. Is that kind of what it was?
Yes.
A festival with
Right.
yarn and folk music.
Right. Yeah.
Great
Yeah.
concept. Really
Okay,
good
but
concept.
everybody that
Just
signs
badly
up for a
organised.
vendor, there's a contract, right, of what they're going to get provided.
Mm.
Yes.
Isn't
Yeah.
the whole drama that they were not provided things that they were said they were going to be provided in the contract?
Exactly.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they weren't
Yes.
told. They were told they had a choice to be outside or not, but when they got there, they didn't have a choice. They were going to be, because
Nope. Right.
I don't know how they determined it. Some vendors got to unload and set up on Wednesday, and the others didn't
Yeah.
get to set up till Thursday. And a lot of them were
Well,
outside when
there's hierarchy.
they thought they were going to be inside. And with the weather, it
Hierarchy
rained, and
of
of course it rains this
influences.
time of year. You know, nobody's
Yeah.
blaming the weather because they know it's a possibility. But a lot of vendors were not
No.
prepared to be
Not the
outside.
weather.
Smell something burning.
People had cardboard down. There was puddles everywhere. Amy, putting it mildly, from what I saw, it was a super duper shit show. Super duper.
From what I heard inside, it
Yep.
was so packed, it was fire hazard packed.
Right.
And that you couldn't even,
Yeah,
they were
it was
out
bad
in a 45-minute
inside and
line to get to an elevator to get upstairs. It was,
You know, that's a good thing too, Liz. Obviously, it's such a popular thing. We need to have more fibre festivals, more craft shows, more farm field days. Obviously, the craft has grown again to proportions that there's opportunities for other people to hold more festivals, and that's a great thing.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
I know two
For sure.
vendors that went over from
Yeah.
here.
Really?
yeah.
They
Yeah,
went there.
Botanical Yarns
Yeah.
was there, I believe.
Really.
Yeah, was there not
Wow.
Scottish Yarns?
There was Steely McWheely, who had a stall at the event I went to, but she wasn't there. She was at Rhinebeck instead, or she was at the
Right.
other one.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
Botanical Yarn, which is from
Oh,
York.
Yeah, I
yes.
knew.
Yeah.
Mm.
She's from. I think she's
Yes.
based in York. She went over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
saw
I
that
think
Okay.
story.
I think there's like India Entangled is one night, and then Cake-a-Palooza is another one night that
Yes.
weekend.
Cake
Cake
Palooza.
Palooza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, wasn't Cake Palooza the event that Christy originally organised with a friend?
I think so.
I think so.
Yeah, yeah. So that's what I mean. There's
Oh,
obviously
maybe, yeah.
opportunities
That
for
sounds
more and
like
more
something
events.
she would do. Yeah.
Yeah, there's lots of opportunity for more and more events. So I think that's a great
Sure.
thing, and it's just
And you know
proof
what
that.
they're doing? They're doing those at Maryland Sheep and Wool, and not because like Maryland Sheep and Wool seems to be more inclusive to getting new vendors. Like they're not. I mean, I've heard
Oh,
that
yeah.
people have been applying at New York for years and years and years and years,
Yeah.
and they get mean girl responses. I think
Yeah.
Maryland, they're just trying to keep it to a certain level, whatever. I don't know. But to me, that's the better venue is Maryland. They're more ag based. They're more, I know it's May and it's not autumn, but I mean, if I want to go and have fun and not be traumatized by all this, I'd go to Maryland.
Smiling faces.
That's just me.
Oh, I saw somebody complaining that they saw too many smiling faces because, they don't want to
Yes,
see you smiling.
Yeah.
And,
It's
yeah, no, I thought
it's
thought it-
triggering.
it is triggering. So don't smile at me, just scowl at me as I buy all the yarn up before you can get to the table, and I'll smile at you. Also, I was just thinking, it's never easy being an organizer to an event. It's a thankless task. And of course, you've got to feel for the people trying to organize an event, especially if a venue change is done, a location change is done, and they're scrambling. But I just wonder what was in it for them.
Money.
Would
Charge
they have their own?
$50+ to get in.
Oh,
Well, the
I
lady,
see.
one of the
So
ones who runs it has a yarn store. Yeah, it was $50+ to
Yeah,
get in.
yeah.
That's
I know
ridiculous.
who
I
we're
think it
talking
was
about now. The
it
lady
was
who they did a GoFundMe
$900
for.
plus. Yeah.
Yeah,
Was that
Yeah.
Felicia? I'm just going to name names. Was that
Yeah.
Felicia from
yes.
who couldn't
String
run her
theory.
own business during COVID, and they
Yes.
GoFunded her and
Yeah.
collected money to keep her business afloat.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
okay, so she's paying herself and her other helpers and for the location and the insurance. I'm sure there's lots of fees to go into it to hold an event like that. So, yeah, very interesting. Very interesting indeed. But what a shame,
Yeah,
it was a
you know.
super shit show,
Well, I
and the
saw
vendors felt like they weren't looked after. Some of them.
I've never
What a
had to pay
shame.
that much.
And I never would.
I went to the
Not to
best
get
little
in.
yarn
well, I saw where
yarn
somebody
crawl
said
in Texas.
she
and
made 200,000.
Yeah, I saw a figure like that, 200, 300. But again, here's the thing. Stay at home, market it correctly, make a killing online. Everybody's happy. No one's out in the rain. No one's paying $50 damn to get into an event. What are you getting?
They were,
Canapes and a
though.
glass of champagne on your way in? I don't
Never
think
do that.
so.
They were
Yeah.
packed, though.
So
They
just
were.
for the
They had.
privilege, just because of the remember that word, privilege. So it's just for the
Because,
privilege. You
yes.
pay $50 to walk amongst
Yes,
us.
I'm here. Look at my Instagram. Yeah. Yep.
Good
How
grief.
dare
Oh,
you?
Liz.
That's crazy. That
Yeah.
is crazy talk. $50
Yes.
entry fee.
Yes.
I mean, I could
That
see
is
$50.
crazy.
I could see an entry fee
It
if
was-
there's like
Yeah.
classes or.
It was
something
supposed to be
like
music. It's
Well, if
supposed to be a
it's-
music festival too, but a
you
lot of
know,
people
Yeah.
said there was no music, so I don't
I'm
know.
not paying
I wasn't there.
$50 to go shop. If you're going to show me cheap
There's the
or
music.
how to make something or a
I-
class,
I would
you know,
happily
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll get a
I
goodie
would
bag or
happily
something.
pay I would happily pay $10, $20 if the money was going to a cause, a charity or a cause. I would pay for
Right.
that
'cause
privilege
they
of
should recoup
helping
their cost.
somebody else.
They should recoup their cost of
Well-
business from the vendor fees. That's the what should
Yeah.
pay the bills and to make their money.
Right. We pay,
Right. Because you
we
don't
pay
know
$4
how
or
many people are
$5
going
here,
to
and that's it.
attend.
Yeah.
Well, they pre-sold tickets.
Right.
The tickets
Oh.
have been sold like for months. I think there were some at the door. But
Wow.
people bought in advance.
And then change the venue. Wow.
But there still should have been like, you can only hold X amount of people in this space.
Sure.
And if you hit those limits, then you shouldn't be selling them at the
Right.
door.
No. Well, that's very interesting.
And so, I mean, I
That's-
get it.
and-
People are saying stuff about it being accessible or whatever, and I'm like, okay, are we talking accessible, like wheelchair accessible, or are we talking about something else?
No,
here?
it wasn't. It
But-
was shocking.
No, we're talking about physical
Like, but
accessibility.
they did change the venue? Is that what
Yeah.
y'all said? They changed the
Talking about
venue?
people that
Yeah, it was supposed to be at an orchard, and
wheels-
then they changed it to another venue.
But is an orchard wheelchair
Yeah.
accessible to begin with?
I don't know.
I mean, look, I'm all for accessibility, but as long as you
has to be
as long as
someone,
you laid
I
out your
think.
parameters of this is what we
Well,
have,
I think the orchard they hold events at, so I'm
I
sure
mean,
they have.
so many people use those mobility scooters now and walking frames, and it's really difficult in a crowd,
Mhm.
isn't it?
well, and in
You
a
can't even
natural
take
ground,
a pram. What if you've
that's,
got a
in a
pram?
natural ground.
No.
Yes.
What if you've got a stroller? What if you've got a twin stroller and you've got twin babies and triplets, and
For
you
sure.
want to go,
Oh, and that's another thing. Yeah, for sure. Liz
Yeah, I
just
just
said
think-
about Project Bag, if you pay that much money, you should get all this
Mm.
stuff. I saw
Right.
where a lot of swag that people donated did not get to the attendees. And that's a problem too.
Oh,
Oh,
I didn't see that. I saw people question it, but they were told that their stickers and whatever else
Yeah.
did appear in the swag bags. Oh, so you got a little swag bag of what?
Mm-mm.
Stickers and
Yeah,
everyone's
Liz said
business
there-
cards, so that you can
there were
go
multiple
home and
floors.
buy online. Good grief.
There were multiple floors and one elevator. She said it was a deadly bottleneck.
see, and I just
Oh,
went.
okay.
When I would happen to be in Texas, I happened to
Wow.
catch
Yeah.
the best little yarn crawl in Texas. And The first
Yeah.
store I went to, if you spent X amount of dollars, you got a cool little bag, and every store had buttons for their store, so you got to put the buttons on the bag of to what you did. Now we had to
That's
drive
cute.
store to store. It's still a yarn crawl. It's not a one-stop shop kind of
Yeah.
thing. But
Yeah.
it didn't cost me any
Right.
cat, which is
Right.
not, it didn't cost me any money to, drive around.
I wonder how many people just went round and collected business cards and then went home and ordered online anyway.
If
for
they could get around. The
convenience.
thing was, a lot of people are saying they couldn't even get around to get to business cards.
That's
They
crazy.
couldn't get into the booths.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
So they clearly
Some of the
oversold
booths
their
were flooded too.
If you
Oh well,
basic
live and
organization,
learn. I guess I'll have
And
to
they
do
said
better
that
next year.
X
emergency
amount of feet
exits
per
were
square,
blocked.
X amount of square foot per person to move around a facility. That's just common
Yeah,
knowledge of organizing
Yep.
things. So.
Yeah. And obviously somebody wants you to mask up, so wouldn't you want to have some sort of social distancing if they're going to be that pedantic and that ridiculous?
Well, they did not require masks at the event. The event did not require masks. Some of the-
no, I know that, but
just some of the
somebody
That's-
did.
that's
some-
bonus.
Well, there's
Some of the
always
customers-
Somebody had a big whinge. Some cranky
There's-
pants. You so had a
there's
big
always
whinge and
somebody.
expect you
Go to the
all to
grocery
appease
store.
them, appease their neurological condition and their mental health issues. I'm just saying it
Also,
today.
some of my understanding was that they did not contact the town. They did
I'm
not
sorry,
let
what?
the town know
They
that
didn't let the Shire know that
they
they
rented
need
whatever
parking.
space they had, but they didn't let the town know that they were going to have 3,000 or
The
whatever
event.
plus people
Yeah, that's like
coming
a
to
permit.
the town.
That's like basic understanding.
It's a
that you have
small
to pay a
town.
permit.
Right.
Yeah, no,
those
that
are
would
two,
get
those
shut
are
down
tiny
real
little
fast.
villages.
They
up
didn't
in the
do that.
Catskill. There's not a lot of
Wow.
parking. in those
Wow,
villages.
that's really bad management because that's just
That's
basic.
rude.
I mean,
Right,
goodness
right,
gracious,
it's
you got to get a
small
permit to do
town.
everything.
Oh no, you know that
Right.
that would have
Yep.
got shut down real fast because if you can't provide the correct parking
Yeah.
for an event,
Right.
then you can't have
Right.
the event. And if you're hindering other businesses by having vehicles parked outside of the
You need
businesses
Well,
all
no,
day,
handicap parking.
It's basic public safety. If you have 3,000 people in an area, if a car
Right.
catches
Yeah.
on fire, the
yeah,
safety people need to know. The fire department needs to know how many they're going to get through there. I mean, I go to an
Yeah.
event every year that has hundreds or thousands of people at it for church. Hello, we have permits
Right.
and we have arrangements and we have
Yeah.
organizing, of who's where and parking and
Yeah, you
security
have
and all that
to.
kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I guess
That
there
would
was
be
a
a legal
shuttle.
requirement to hold an event of that
I guess
size.
there was a shuttle
yeah.
bus from the parking that a lot of people said when they called the shuttle bus number, they didn't get an answer to get back to their cars.
See,
Oh.
that's crazy because we have
Right.
nonstop festivals here. Like, I mean, we have a festival every flipping
Well-
week for every food and bug and vegetation that there was.
Yeah.
Because we will eat,
We do
celebrate,
too.
drink
It's
everything.
crazy. Yeah.
So my
That's because
my
you all have
cousin-
thirsty weather.
my cousin runs a hospice, a
No.
nonprofit hospice house where it's a small home and it's nonprofit. Everybody, it doesn't cost anything to go there. So the way they basically fund the home is they have a huge crawfish festival every spring. It is a humongous undertaking for her to have this huge festival and musicians and vendors, and it's a cook-off thing. Like the teams get together and they cook their crawfish and you vote for the best one and yada yada. And there's a fee to get in to go and you get all you can eat crawfish and the vendors pay a fee and everything. It's a humongous undertaking that takes her entire year to plan. And she plans it with just a handful of people and the team board members of the organization. So if they can plan that, that thousands and thousands of people go and eat this crawfish and supports a hospice house, these people could have planned a decent fiber festival if they knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
Sounds like
yeah, like I
somebody-
said,
That's what
you
I
know,
thought that
imagine
too.
cars
I
parked
live in a-
outside of
I-
my business all day.
Have they done one before?
You're right.
It was their
I
third
live
one.
I live in a small town. There's probably 4,000 people, and we put
Yeah.
on a giant festival plus a whole bunch of them. And somehow nobody gets hurt. Nobody had,
Right.
so why can't these people figure this out?
Right.
Yeah.
I know we're a big
Oh,
fan
well,
of
they're
it,
just
ridiculous.
But I mean, my goodness gracious,
Yeah.
the Catholic Church down the street holds a fair every year that probably gets as many people as this thing did, and it's run by the big
Right.
Catholic Church, and they're
Hopefully they'll
brilliant.
learn from this
Right.
year and it'll be a bigger and better event next year. Maybe, a few hiccups here and there. Getting a better location would be key, I guess, to next year's success. And wow, those ticket fees, forget that. You know what I'd say, and it would include an F word.
I mean,
No
I get
way.
a rain or shine thing. I get that. You can't control the weather. I mean, that's obviously that's your
Sure.
gamble. But
I think there were 91 vendors at it or something like that.
Oh, okay. Not that massive then.
No.
How many were inside? How
But
many
then
floors
they
were there and how many were inside?
They were all
Both
told
of
that
them.
they were inside.
or they would have a
Yeah.
choice. You said.
No,
Yeah.
but the people outside were told that they were going to be inside, and then they
Well, they were
got
told
there
they
and
had a
were
choice.
like, nope, sorry to be you.
Yeah, and they were told they
Yeah,
could
imagine
choose
all
to
your
be inside or
furnishings.
outside. And many of them that had chosen to be
Imagine-
inside got there and had to be outside, and they weren't prepared for it.
And you need power.
Well,
Yeah,
you
imagine all
could
your
run like
bits
they
and
did during
pieces of
COVID
furnishings.
and put big
Gross.
tents and
In
made
mud.
the outside inside.
I think it was $900 for a 10 by 10 booth, is what I read on Craftsnard.
Let's not.
Yeah, that's what I read.
That's tiny.
Oh my god! I'm sorry. That's
That's
just stupid.
tiny.
That's stupid people money. I'm sorry. Just no. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's not what I said.
Yeah.
That's not what I said.
No, I get it. Yeah.
Yeah, I
A
mean, if
waste
your
of
whole
money
point
for
is,
vendors.
I mean,
Waste
yeah, I
of
mean, if your
money.
whole point, I mean, if part of your whole point is to go there just for exposure, I mean, I'm sorry, you're paying $900 for that space. There
Right.
is no
Nothing.
amount of exposure that you are going to get there that's going to be worth the $900.
You pay $900 in Etsy ads or
Right.
Instagram
Right.
ads or whatever. And
That's what I'm
Yes.
saying, girls. There's a
We-
smarter
yeah,
way
anymore.
to do business than stand out in a tiny little sweaty
Mhm.
gazebo
Yep.
full of mud and crud
I don't blame
with
I don't blame
limited
the
amount of
vendors,
stock. I mean,
because
you
it
can't
sounds like
fit that much stock in there.
I mean I
You
don't
would
blame
have
the
to have it in a
vendors.
trailer 3 miles away and hike it back to the trailer to get more stock in for the next couple of
'Cause
hours.
it
You would
sounds
not
like
have
the
enough
vendors
stock in there to make it worth your while.
were misled.
It's shocking.
So
Yeah,
it's,
they were told.
you
Several
know,
of them said that there
Yes.
wasn't. They had to walk like a quarter of a mile or more to unload their trailers and carry all their stuff in, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
Yes, ridiculous. Really horribly set up for
Yes.
vendors. I mean, if you want to pay that money and go,
Yes,
then
Liz.
you suck it. But the vendors don't need to suck it like that. That's ridiculous. And that's the thing. If inside were all the favoured influencers, the ones that, help each other out, we all know what their yarn is. We all see it online. We all hear about it. We all read about it. We see it on their podcasts. You don't have to go to an event to see a very popular yarn person. We've already tried their yarn. It's a shame for the smaller businesses who wanted that exposure and didn't get it for their money. They would have spent thousands of dollars and they would not have got the exposure that they expected or were hoping for. There's a better way for smaller businesses to do business. There really is. Than pay other people all this giant money and try to be one of the in crowd.
Is the podcaster meetup, the podcaster hill. Like, you can get your picture made with somebody who's on YouTube. Well, you know what? I'm on YouTube. Nobody wants to take their picture with me, and I don't care.
Yeah.
Like,
oh no, I like
out. I was
I'm sorry. For $9.99,
you know what I like?
you can get a picture with me.
I like the old come to the hill and be subjected to me reading you my poetry.
Yeah.
Fuck off. Right? Let me just have my rant. Come and meet Joe Bob at the coffee shop and I'll say you a fucking haiku. For goodness sakes, how pretentious and how stuck up are you that you think other knitters want to come and listen to you recite your poetry?
Are you
Seriously? That
Are you
is not what I
serious?
go to Rhinebeck for, lovely. God damn it, I hate that woman. I've never hated such a pretentious, vain, stupid, unintelligent bitch so much as that woman. Why would you go to a knitting event to sit on a hill sweating in your knits? Oh, she knows if she's not that she's ever going to listen to this until somebody alerts her. My God, pretentious, pompous ass you are, woman, that you think I want to go to a yarn event.
Hey, pick one.
Sweat it out in my knits, climb up the hill, get through the crowd to be close enough to you while you podcast yourself reading your fucking poetry. Give me a break. Get a life.
Joe.
Grow a brain.
Joe Bob.
Joe Bob, who? Who?
Joe
You
Bob.
know who?
Joe Bob.
Oh, come on. You know
about?
who.
No,
You don't know who.
no.
Come on, chat. Come on, chat. Chat knows. Somebody in chat knows. Oh, my good grief. They're probably actually, sorry if you follow them and you're great fans. Oh, everybody knows.
Poetry.
Amy doing sign language. You need to tell her.
Oh, let me do a rant. Oh, you ready? Sign language.
Who? Who?
Okay.
Who?
About.
I can't see anything.
Okay, come on, guys.
What's the time from there?
This is like the worst game of charades ever.
This is a dire
Exactly, that's my rant for today. If you don't know who the vainest, most pretentious duck lips, everybody, okay.
There's so
Let's
many.
do charades. Are you ready? Do charades. Oh my God, have you not seen it? You have seen this woman with her,
a gender, something.
and you got to get her good side on the camera, and she does duck lips forever, and puts a lipstick on.
Does she wear a certain color?
Andrea Maui?
No, Andrea's casual. Andrea, you get however she comes. Oh, this is the most. Oh, good grief! No, the
Is it somebody who only wears a
podcaster,
certain color?
the vainest
Not only wears a
podcaster
certain
in the
color?
world, and you have to listen to her read her damn poetry. Come on! This is great.
Ooh.
This means you don't watch them either.
I don't watch.
You don't watch their podcast either.
That's what are you talking about?
Okay, it's all right. It's my own murder mystery novel for today. That was my rant. I'm done.
I could have been hate watching.
Oh, you're hilarious. I presumed that all of you would watch these ladies. Two ladies. One's normal and one's ridiculous.
Oh,
Supermarket sisters?
Oh, the chat would know for sure. Hang on, let me just sit myself on my bed and have all the props around me. Oh, good grief. Most vain,
I don't know,
pompous,
but I gotta tell you what,
pretentious.
I'm gonna write a poem for my next podcast. I'm gonna tell you that right
Haiku, please. Haiku. That's why I love watching podcasts where people are just real. Like, you go and watch Naughty Nitwits and Michelle will tell you the truth about some yarn she's bought. Leslie will tell you that she sucked at this pattern or it's halfway done and she's thinking of frogging it. There's no pretenses there. I love the podcasts where you are just who you are.
I only watch Hot Mess podcasts, so I wouldn't know who you're talking about.
I love Hot Mess podcasts.
You are.
I do. I cannot handle these highly produced people with so much makeup on that they look ridiculous, trying to be a model. We're talking about your knitting, sweetheart. Old Granny doesn't care about the things that you care about. Anyway, huge following. I'm sure I'll cop smackdown for that. I can't stand the woman. Cannot stand the woman. Horrible.
I still.
I've watched enough of it. I'm sure somebody's got it worked out.
Anne wants to know because she wants to meme on Joe Bob.
I'm so shocked. I thought you would all be watching them regularly.
Clearly, we would have turned
We
it
never
off, but
meme
now I
on
wanna know.
anybody.
Just Google
does.
poetry at Rhinebeck. Standing on
Okay,
the
did.
fucking hill with her
I'm
poetry,
looking.
and you all had to listen to it while they podcast themselves. Good grief. Anyway, what else is happening in the world? Festivals are great, yes. What else is happening? Oh,
Stuff's happening.
okay, so Melbourne Cup Day. I've already told the girls here that I got voluntold I'm working that day. Funny that. And everyone else is off to the races. So I probably won't be able to come to the podcast in the morning. However, I have been given some advice, opened a betting app and deposited some skeins of yarn in there. And I will give you, when I get the form guide, if it's published in the paper, I will, you got it?
Wait, maybe,
Oh,
perhaps.
Oh, Anne,
Wait, hold on,
that's
wait.
why I love you, Anne.
I'm trying to see what
I love you, Anne. Everyone's like, Google,
Hiding
Google.
Lions.
So we'll have
Hiding
some bets
Lions?
on anyway. I'll get you the
No, I
form
don't
guide.
like
I'm sure it'll be
poetry.
online as well. And we will bet some
oh, I
skeins and
need
see if we
past
come out with some
performances,
extra.
my friend.
Wait, Joe.
Yes, I will get you all the deets. I will get you all the
Just
details.
put my
But
money
I'm
on
the
whoever
best
Tree says.
handicapper I know.
Wait.
I
Just
don't know
put
how
my
you
money
all
on
feel
whoever
about.
Tree says.
Oh, are you? Because I was
Is it
thinking I
Hiding
might go
Lions?
for the best name that I
Mhm.
find. And then Morgan, we'll have to see how you feel about gambling. Obviously I don't do it on a regular basis. In fact, not at all. And only when I bet my kids things.
Yeah, I
like,
don't drink. I don't gamble.
like,
I don't do
I bet
any
you
of that.
can't get out that door before I thong you, when they're rude to me. So I was thinking, we'll just bet some skeins on and you can all place your bets. Let me know. Text me. And I'm sorry if you don't feel like gambling is a good thing to do. It's
I
a
have
once
your
a year
number,
thing
woman.
for me.
I live
It's a
in
once a
Vegas.
year thing.
Gambling is the thing.
I have your
Yeah,
number.
well,
I will text you, my guess.
Oh, your numbers.
yeah, you can text me. You can text me your bets, and I believe there's things like winning and placing and trifectas, which I don't understand. And maybe we can even bet on which horse comes last. I don't know. I'll have to check out the
Place,
app.
go.
I'm going to learn all about it
Okay,
in the next
okay.
week, Therese. I'm going to educate
Exacta,
myself,
trifecta.
and then I will
I can
gather
tell you
all
all
of
of it.
your. I will gather
tell
all of
you.
your bets, and I will place your bets on your behalf. And then if you win big, you'll have some more skeins. And if we're losers, we can have a laugh about it till next year.
Fabulous.
Well, it's just like the atomic bomb that just.
Yep.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
What
Okay.
I'm
else?
glad you came on,
This
Annie,
is
because
like
we're crazy.
Ann Pink of us with the courses. Okay, this is
I
like
will
the
laugh
opposite of that.
I will laugh
Or
if Annie
adjacent.
watches them.
They're triangle.
Annie might adore
Like,
them. She might watch them. And that's
I
okay. And
can chat.
I know who you were talking about, wouldn't I?
horses.
I don't know who you're talking about.
okay.
Does
Okay.
anybody in chat have guesses? Liz, are
I've
they
got a
guessing?
very strong
No, there's
filter.
no guesses. All there is people asking and wanting to know how you bet skeins.
I bet skeins. I did. I bet skeins.
That's
And
a great
Anne wants to
name.
know how.
Well, I just put skeins money aside, budget for skeins aside. And we're going to bet skeins and we're going to win, hopefully, more skeins. Maybe we might win a sweaters quantity each. Who knows? Who knows?
I,
Wait,
betting
okay.
I
skeins.
can't wait to win this. I cannot wait to win this. This is so
Wait,
fun to win this.
Wait. I feel
Okay,
like
so-
I've. Wait. I
Basically,
feel
she's put aside the amount to buy yarn for us
Right.
to bet on the Melbourne Cup.
Yeah.
I'm gonna win.
Wait a minute.
Which
I
is
thought
in
part of
November.
this
Don't worry about
was guessing. Yeah, but I thought this was also part of us guessing who Joe was just talking about.
Yeah.
Oh no,
right?
that's something
Oh.
separate. Joe's just
Oh, I'm
confusing us.
sorry. I've
Oh,
had my
okay.
rants.
I'm like,
No, no,
I
no.
want to play the World Cup,
Listen.
woman. I want to guess who the bitchy's podcaster
me
is.
too.
Oh,
Me too.
no. I
Yeah,
jumped
Joe.
off my soapbox. I've kicked the crate away.
Oh.
I've had my rants.
No,
I've
no,
had my
no,
rant.
no,
I'm
no.
better now. Thanks for listening. You're so good for
No,
my
no, no,
mental
no.
health.
Back to
Thank
Yes,
you.
but now you've affected Amy's mental health because she wants to
Me and
know.
Morgan, me and Morgan want to play a different game, and we don't really
Yeah.
care if you're going to play the game.
Hey,
Somebody get it out
not
of you.
cool.
Oh, come on. You
Yes.
do not know who the podcaster
No.
is. Who's
No.
fully
Yes.
loaded the
Wait.
face, the makeup, the lipstick,
Wait.
and okay, put it this way. You know, we're talking to each other and we're looking at each other. You know what she does when she podcasts? She looks at her damn self, and you can see her in the camera looking at herself like this. And
Wait, don't say anything, and then give me some clues, and I can use that in my murder mystery.
Yes.
No, Liz. I'm
Oh,
pretty sure
yes, for
Elizabeth
sure.
Zimmerman was
Oh,
not it,
God,
Liz.
Amy.
Sorry.
we're not promoting violence in any way. However, murder is interesting.
You're not talking about the lady who wears a
No,
lot of
we're
pink,
not.
are you? Because she didn't go.
This year, not this year. I'm talking about last year's Rhinebeck. Because I studied
Wait.
everybody's videos. I'm talking about, I don't know this year. I've not
Dolores
looked
Umbridge?
this year.
What?
She was at last year's Rhinebeck, girls.
I'm
and-
just
and
shocked that
gentlemen.
there's a whole genre of knitting and poetry that like is a thing, and I didn't know about.
Oh, it's a damn thing. It
Like,
Well,
shouldn't
if it was
be.
last year,
What?
if it's last year,
Yep.
just tell us, Joe, because it's a year old. It's
Yeah.
spoilers. Go ahead
Oh.
and just tell us.
I know, I'm good, thanks.
Right,
I feel
that's
so
old
much
news
better now. I feel so much better now. Thank you. What else
We're
is
gonna get
happening
it.
in the knitting
Yeah,
world?
yeah.
Took you a while to get that off your chest then, didn't
What's
it?
happening in
Joe's
the knitting
mean.
world?
That's what's happening in the knitting
Oh,
world. Joe is mean.
Australian woman
I just-
drives her friends crazy on a podcast.
I just can't stand the pretentiousness. I can't stand
Well,
the.
tell us
look
who,
at
so
me.
we can't stand it with you.
It's all right.
Yes,
Everybody
we would like
has
to
their own
commiserate you.
opinion. It's all fine.
Joe.
I don't want to
Joe.
upset you if that's somebody you admire and love to watch. Everybody can have their own
We don't know
opinion.
who the hell
I
you're
don't
talking
Joe.
admire anybody.
You can't do this. You can't like say all of that and then say, "Oh, hi, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to tell you." You can't
Oh, I'll
do
show you
that.
some yarn I bought. Let's change the subject. Oh, do you like this yarn I bought?
Don't make me come down there. No, I don't like it.
It's
No, it's
got
pretty.
bits of brown and you can't,
That's
and bits of
it looks like
green and
cute.
bits of
Stop it.
blue. It's a bit of
It's
a
soft
mishmash,
yarn.
isn't it? Yeah, there's the blue, the green, and the brown. I got some yarn, quite cheap, and it comes with no labels. However, I'm pretty sure I know whose it is. So this was in the discount bucket at the local yarn shop, and I had to get two. Really good bargain. Really nice. Pure
I love
wool,
yarn.
fingering weight, 2 ply. Really lovely. Can't wait to knit that.
Amy, I love that color. That's David's favorite color. It's like army green. It's olive green.
What do you got, Ames?
I
Oh,
don't have
and it's
any
got
green yarn
green
with
as
you.
well.
Sorry.
Green is the
Mm.
theme.
Dark olive.
That
Better
blue
make
and green?
socks. You better make
Huh?
socks.
Yeah. Some
No.
yarn.
Baby blanket.
These are what I bought in Glasgow.
Ooh, I like that.
Oh, I love
Nice, isn't it?
that.
Ooh.
That's really pretty.
See, that's
Yeah.
who I thought.
Yeah.
Baby Street. That's who I thought.
See, I thought it was Patty Lyons.
Thank
Is
you,
that who?
Baker Street Knits. Ding, 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 ding. You win a prize.
That's who I was thinking. That's who I found.
Oh, I saw Patty
Wow.
Lyons on there.
Okay.
That was weird.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
I
you
guess
have
what, Joe?
to.
Guess what,
Well,
Joe?
I'll have to have a look.
Any
No
one
clue
of
what I
her
picked one.
podcasts.
No
Pick one.
clue.
Pick any of her podcasts and you watch her looking at herself in the camera.
Joe?
and adjusting how she's, you know, her neck, or adjusting her makeup, or how she's looking. Oh my God, if that woman is worse than
to
Mikey.
do that?
She touches her hair every 20 seconds.
Okay.
She's worse than Mikey.
Yeah. A lot
It's
of people
like
do
this.
it.
No.
Oh, good grief.
It's
I
kind of
mean,
natural to do
like,
it a little bit, I
yeah.
think, isn't it?
Well, yeah, a little
Sure,
bit
I
when
move
it gets
out
in
of
your
my
face.
Well, yeah,
face.
for sure.
Pretentious personified,
But I did
honestly.
Google knitting
Pretentious.
poetry podcast, and that's
Well
what
done, Baker Street Knits. Now, everybody can tell me next week how much they love their podcast, and I'm an idiot. Go right ahead. I don't really care.
Joe. I had never
No.
heard of that human being until just now.
Same.
Might have already had a
I
look
feel
and switched
so
them off.
much better now. I am not going to a yarn festival to listen to somebody read their poetry to me so I can swoon all over them and tell them how fucking magnificent they are. Seriously. Give
But
me
I
a
do read
break.
inappropriate children's books.
I
and you
don't
like
get
that.
it. I do not get that whole meetup thing. I don't get it.
Oh, you know, it's because people feel like they
Okay.
know each other through the internet.
I mean, that would
They
be
know
cool
each
to meet
other.
people. Like, I would
Yeah.
love to meet some of the podcasters I watch, but
Would
I
you?
don't, I don't need to,
Oh,
you know.
but I'm so jealous
Not a
of Anne. Think
fangirl
about.
kind of thing.
I'm
Yeah.
so jealous that Anne's going to the Nerdrotic thing.
That's right. Guess who's also going?
I
You
know.
going?
Yeah, I'm
Awesome,
going.
Morgan.
I'm
You're going
I'm
too?
So jealous.
It's in
Awesome.
Milwaukee.
Oh, lucky.
Super jelly. Now, see, they're
Oh,
real
you're so
people.
lucky.
They're real people, warts and all. You know, they're not
Mhm.
pretentious, up
Now
your
that-
butt people.
Who I want to go see. Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
want to go and hang out with people who
Gary's the best. Ugh.
just are themselves. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm
Gary's
jealous. When are you going?
It's November
I love
16th.
Cool.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
We demand
Wow,
pictures.
I'm jealous.
Yes, there
You
will be
better-
pictures.
take pictures.
Can I
Yes,
video
there will be.
call you on the day so
Sure.
I can chat
I
to
wanna see.
Gary, say
Yes.
g'day?
Yeah, sure.
Or Shad. Oh no, Shad won't be there, will he? He's back in New Zealand.
A shout out to us would be
Tell
nice if
Gary.
we could get him to do
You know
it.
what? Tell
Yeah, for
Gary.
sure.
Tell Gary that you're one of Carrie's knitters.
That's what I'm saying. Just tell me no Carrie, and
Yeah.
then boom, you got it.
Yeah,
Yeah, he knows
Oh, he's
Carrie's knitters. Yeah.
He's
I
gonna
got-
see.
I got this.
I hope Anne. I hope he sees Anne. It's not for Anne to wear, is it? Or she's gonna gift it to him.
She's going to
What's she
gift it
gonna
to
do?
him.
Oh,
It's for
she's
him.
amazing.
Oh, I want
That's
that hat. I wanna
amazing.
knit
He's gonna
that.
love that. He's gonna be so surprised.
I want to make.
And all the
that.
other guys are going to want their own.
And then I want a Geeks and Gamers.
Well,
Get
that's
with it,
yeah.
Anne.
I've got an idea for Az. I've been saying it for months. I want to knit Az a beanie, and I know what I want to put on
Az
it already.
too.
I just need to do it.
I
Aw,
love it.
thank you, Liz. Liz would listen to our poetry.
Liz, I'll write you a haiku.
Mine is probably
About a
more like a
kangaroo.
limerick, but whatever.
Or a
There
drop
once
bed.
was a woman from Nantucket.
There once was a lady named Joe Bob.
Who
Oh,
lost
boy.
her mind.
Look, I'm writing you a whole doggone murder mystery, okay?
Okay, you're my hero.
I know, and you're doing
That's awesome.
amazing.
I can't
And
even
it's
imagine
very
writing
good.
a murder mystery.
I've read it. It's very good.
Through the poetry,
It
I'm writing
is?
you a whole story.
I just
Problem-
keep asking
problematic
everybody,
poetry.
am I the one who gets murdered, Amy?
I don't know, Joe. I haven't finished it.
Exactly. How are you going
There's
to
lots of
poison me?
I hope I'm the
There's
killer.
lots of possibilities, okay?
Fun.
I'm thinking everybody gets murdered, and then there you go.
Oh, Amy's the last one standing.
Well, you gotta leave. You gotta leave Tabitha
killing me.
somebody to talk about on her podcast.
Oh, yeah. How funny. How funny. Yeah, I will be interested to watch the videos of this year's Rhinebeck. I will go and suffer them and watch them just for the pleasure of seeing how much people have changed since
you
last
take
year.
that for the team, Joe, because
I believe there's
will
people
not
who
watch
have
any
got
of that.
different hairstyles and all sorts of differences since last year.
Aren't people supposed to die in the beginning of a murder mystery? Well,
Well,
Oh,
maybe.
oh, really?
Well, one person does,
Like
right?
Agatha Christie, like an Agatha Christie novel.
Yeah, they don't die right away. You got to
No.
build up to it.
Really? You can't just start the first sentence. Oh shit, she's dead. You can't start it with that.
We should, Joe Bob, you should write, like another one for maybe like the summertime, or no, not summertime. Maybe like,
Puritanical.
No.
well,
She should write a
well,
poem that
Yes.
the murderer leaves.
I did see a thing where
Yes.
if you take any book, especially
The
classic
eulogy.
literature, and you read the first
Mm.
line, and then you add, and then the murders began.
I did steal that.
Yeah, it changes.
Really?
It was the best of times, it was the worst of times, and then the murders began. It totally changes the book.
Oh my goodness. Oh my
Lord.
goodness. That's too funny.
Now they're trying to.
I might be mean and make it where nobody dies. You don't know what you're gonna get in this murder mystery. Everybody
Oh,
can die.
one of those.
One person can die.
One
I
of
don't
those fake deaths where somebody gets
What do you
injected with
need?
something that makes them stop breathing for a few seconds. And then somebody else says, oh, look, they're dead. And everybody believes they're dead. And then they're really come back alive again.
Or maybe
Oh,
they fake
yeah.
their death so they don't have to fulfill their yarn orders. I don't know what's gonna happen.
Wow, I think I've
that's-
read that book somewhere else before. But anyway,
More than once.
plagiarism at its finest. I think it's very clever of you, Amy. I mean, I know you're a trained educator and you love things like that, but I never imagined you being an author of a murder mystery. I'm
Once
very
upon a
proud of
time,
you.
I wanted to be a writer, so now I guess we'll find out.
Yeah.
It's very good.
Yeah.
It's a good story.
And I can knit anything, even just some yarn bath, and I
You
could
can
be
knit
in
whatever
for a
you
wig.
want.
Sure.
Whatever you want.
Sure. It's more about
I
guessing.
could really murder a skein of yarn. I could really murder one, bury it, take photos. That's amazing. I feel so much better now that I've got over my technical
I should have
difficulties.
pulled a little Ann Pinkava and been like, if you correctly guess the murderer, you have to rip out your project. Murder your project.
Then you would be murdered, Amy, and you'd be the victim for the sequel.
I'm hopeless at guessing murderers. I'm always like, I never see it coming until the last page. I'm hopeless. I always get sucked into red herrings. I do like, though, when you get to the end and you find out who done it, and you have to. I always have to go back to the beginning and look for those clues that I missed in the beginning.
Yeah,
It'll be fun.
Oh, how are you all
People will have
going
to
with
watch.
Huh?
Sorry, Liz.
I said everybody will have to watch all the podcasts to get the clues.
How are you all going with your mitten designs? Just checking in. How are you all going? Printed out the link?
I'm thinking.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it because I'm a judge.
I'm
so.
thinking about it.
You are thinking about designing a pattern or some sort of texture or colour work? Very cool. You know, I'll knit it. I said I would. I'll knit it if you design it.
All right.
Very cool. I do like colour work or different textures, so I'm game.
Sweet. Yeah, I figure this will be a good first time designing thing, considering I don't want to commit to designing anything else or or trying to
Well, you
attempt
don't
it,
have to do
on
the
my
math.
own.
Well,
Right,
yeah, the
You don't really
math's
have to
done.
do the
So.
math as such. You just got to
Yeah.
get your crayons out.
Yeah, exactly.
Just please don't give me long floats. I don't like catching floats. Just a personal
Okay.
preference. Please
All right.
don't give me long floats because I don't want to get my fingers stuck in it when I put my fingers in.
Yeah. Yeah,
Cheers.
I gotcha.
Perfect. Look after me. But I'll definitely knit it. Yeah, if you design especially a colour work or different textures, that'd be fun. I do like that idea.
I've got
You
some
design
ideas
it,
floating.
I'll try it.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
Although, I mean, I'm
So,
kind of worried.
okay.
It might be slightly obvious that it's me, but oh well. Why
Eh.
not?
Just send
I'll still go
Liz
for
a
it
box
anyway.
of chocolates. Send Liz a box of
Yeah.
chocolates first.
Yeah.
Don't say anything. Just send her. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll know the
Go
one
visit.
that
Go
when I get a
visit Liz
mysterious box of
and
chocolates
take
comes.
her out for a
Yeah.
pedicure or something.
Yeah. There you go.
So this was
Yeah,
good.
just stop in at Liz's place and take her out for lunch one day between now and then. No problem.
Right. Right.
Joe causing the drama here in midnight this week. What was the poetry about, by the way?
She's so good.
Oh, God, Liz.
You do
Really?
realize now.
Liz,
Was it about yarn?
I don't care about her feelings.
That now I might want to do a dramatic reading.
Oh, not those lovely children's books you have.
You give me a
Kill me
poem,
now. No.
I'll dramatically read it.
Okay, we'll have to plan that one out. Thanks for coming, everybody, and for Joe causing trouble and Annie joining the mayhem. Unfortunately, Neil's too busy for
up
us.
till the break of dawn.
Yeah, thank you, Annie.
That's
Yeah.
okay. I'll take Neil's heat today.
Yeah. I don't feel tired now. But I will when I go in bed.
Oh, let's stay up, shall we?
We have that
2
effect
o'clock in the
on
morning.
Is it really?
2 a.m.
Oh, Annie, thanks for staying up.
Very soon.
Thank
But
you for
yeah,
joining us. You're always welcome to come on.
Oh,
So is Amy and
thank
Morgan
you.
too.
Thanks for having me. Yeah, good.
oh.
Amy's back to knitting
Maybe
instead of
someday
crocheting.
we'll try to do it at a different time where you can be more comfortable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, we'll do it
Yeah.
earlier. We'll do it earlier
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
you. Don't
I'll
worry
see how
about
I go
Neil. He'll
tomorrow.
have his little dummy spit about that.
Amy's going to
Don't
be
forget politically
knitting in
correct
Annie's.
tomorrow night.
Knitting Worlds is on tomorrow night. That's true.
Knitting
You're
Wars.
working on
Yeah.
your
I'll be there.
puritanical fun run.
I'll put,
Right,
my,
right, right. Knitting
I'll
Wars.
put my makeup on for tomorrow.
So fancy.
I
And,
might catch
Oh,
up with it the day
stop.
after.
and if you're
I
keeping
don't
up with
think
the
I can
MCAL,
stay up again.
make
Wait,
sure
what?
you note it in the Murder Knits chat because Tabitha's got her knit along going.
Wait, I thought it
I
didn't
don't know
start
how
yet.
many people are
Yeah.
Yeah, it is the
Yes.
MCAL.
Wait, what?
Tabitha's West Knits are the worst knits.
Oh,
That's
that
through the
one.
month of
Oh,
October.
okay. I thought you
She's
would
doing
wait a
the,
That one, yeah.
you know,
Yeah,
look. Yeah.
Beetlejuice 2.0. You know,
I thought
for
you were talking about the winter murder. I was like, wait, we didn't
No.
start that yet.
Oh,
that's not.
Yeah.
That's not.
maybe that's the colour work I might
Thanks a
cast
little
on
bit.
then.
No,
Something
that's
that's
not till-
Stevens.
December.
Panicked a little bit there.
What?
West knits are the worst knits always. The end.
What are you casting on, Joe Bob?
What I wanted to do is some sort of colour
now,
work
Yeah. Joe Bob.
so I can focus. Yeah, Therese.
Let me think
Oh.
about it because I have some patterns for sweaters with colorwork yokes.
Oh, do you?
Mhm.
It sounds like
Okay, well, you let me
I
know what
do.
you come up with. I won't jump the gun until next week. You let me know what you might have in your
Or-
idea. I have quite a stash too, though.
Or our friend from Wise Owl Knits there's a sweater I have
She does have a
packaged
new
up
sweater
just to
that's
start.
testing.
Aspen one.
Yeah.
No, not that
I
one.
really
This is an
want-
older one, but mhm.
Oh, she's testing
I
a
really
sweater
want
color
to
work, huh?
knit her. She's got a lovely wrap called the Cos wrap or Cos shawl. It's a big rectangular shawl that's knit from the inside out. I think it just starts off with a double cast on, you know, the two. What do you call it? Is it like a? I'm thinking Turkish cast on, but I could be really wrong.
Provisional.
When you just start in the center with the 2 rows, and then you work your way out and around from that. It's like a double cast on. I don't know the proper name for it. I'm sorry.
Provisional cast on.
Turkish
No,
cast
no,
on
because you
is
start your needle starts with this long line cast on, and then you're doing, you know, some of the stitches one way and some the other way.
Oh, tubular cast on.
No, I'm not sure. Sorry, and I haven't got it on me, have I? No. No, it just starts with that line in the middle, and you work your way out with your square increases on the corners. But it's a long rectangle wrap. COS. It's called COS. Oh, is that centre out shawl? Would that be what that stands for? Yeah, she's got. I really like that idea, and I've got that one printed out, ready to go one day too. Because you can just use any colours. You know, it doesn't have to be a gradient or yeah. I could just whack a couple of skeins that I like that don't necessarily go together and put them in a long wrap, and have all the colours.
Oh, excuse me.
Can you find that one for me, Liz? Perhaps,
I'm looking on her website
before we
now.
go. COS. COS.
Yeah. Kind of hard to see. That's
Right,
it.
come over. Oh yeah. That's only a couple of colours. The one I want to do,
It's,
like leftovers. Like
she calls it a double-sided. She calls it a double-sided cast on. It's worked in the round from the center out.
A double-sided cast on. Yeah. So
Like
somehow I'm going to watch.
Okay.
I'll have a look at her instructions and see how I do it.
She uses 3 colors.
I kind of think it's like when you do a cast on from the toe up, that sort of deal.
Yeah.
That there's stitches for either side. What's that cast on called?
Turkish cast on is the
or
start off-
Judy's
Turkish
magic
cast
cast on.
Yeah.
Or Judy's
Oh,
magic
it might
cast
be
on.
that. Judy's magic.
She's
Yeah.
hers
Judy's-
is 3 colors.
Right.
And it's fingering weight, it looks like.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
It is.
fingering
And
weight.
that's what I thought. I could use like leftovers or 50 or 20 gram balls of yarn that I've got. Like you could use minis in it. And then I've got some 50 gram skeins as well. So as it gets larger, instead of having skinnier stripes, I could use the scraps in the middle and then go with the larger leftovers. But Therese, you said you've got what, a cardigan or a sweater pattern of?
I think the thing I'm wanting to do, I think it's called the Aspen. I might be wrong.
Is that the leaves?
But it's a worsted weight. Is it Aspen, Liz?
I'm like, yeah, that's the
It
one
has
with the
leaves on
leaves.
it. It has the leaves on the yoke.
Oh, okay.
Is
I've
it
got
Aspen?
worsted weight at home. In
Aspen
a
pullover.
giant tub.
I have that all
Show me, Liz.
stained up and it's all ready to go.
Oh, here it is.
You're all ready to go. So you're going to knit with me. Hang on, let me look. Oh, yes, I do know that one. You want to do that one? I'll do that one.
Yeah, that's the one. Yes. Yeah, it's all
Worsted
stained
weight.
up and ready to go.
Yeah, it's worsted.
All right, then. I'll have to
Yeah.
get that pattern. All
It's
good.
got
That's my
1,
colourwork sweater then.
2, 3 colors.
3
I think
colours
you already have
of
it,
worsted
actually.
weight.
I think you had that.
I've got semi-worsted
worsted.
weight. Same thing. Because I'm loose knitter,
That'll work.
work. Yeah.
Yeah,
I've got
gauge is 20
semi-worsted. I've got
stitches.
some from
so-
skeins. And I've got the Ashford's to Capo. That's a semi-worsted. I've got a giant tub of semi-worsted. That's good. 3 colours. I can do that. All right, then. That's a good idea. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Right.
I'll get my yarn
Right.
for next week and I'll cast it on. That's a plan.
I see you, Amy.
What's Morgan laughing
Okay.
at? I missed it.
Come on, Amy.
What's Morgan laughing at?
I'm laughing
What?
at Amy.
Amy, okay.
Amy, what are you up to? What did I miss?
Because Morgan and I just had a little conversation by ourselves. That's all. It's fun.
Oh,
All right.
in sign language.
Support you.
It's
Not
coming
joining.
Oh, you know rude words.
Don't be rude.
Yeah, no, I know
right.
rude words. I'm not
On
going to
that
do
note,
that.
we should probably finish up so Annie can go to bed and Amy can go see if her
Sweet
husband and the kids have
dreams.
burnt
Go to
down the house.
bed.
Sweet dreams, dear Annie. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah,
Lovely to
thank
see
you.
It's Monday
Yeah.
night, so
And you.
you know what that means. Football.
Thank you.
So we can
Thanks for
thanks
having
for coming,
me.
everybody. If you've enjoyed this, please like us and
Yeah,
subscribe
thanks
if you
for
haven't
being
already.
here. It was so much fun.
You don't have to like me. It's
Like,
okay. I don't
subscribe.
care. Not fast.
It's fine.
Vote me off. Sorry
Like
about my
and
rant. Not
subscribe
sorry.
anyway. You know, it's okay.
Yeah. Like and subscribe to the lovely ladies who don't say nasty words.
We ought to say nasty words at some point or another. We can't help it. So thank you guys. Hopefully we'll be back next week as usual. Maybe
Hope you
there'll be
got
some new
lots of
faces.
knitting
Maybe there
done.
won't. Yeah,
Yeah, I
post
did.
your pictures. That's pretty, Joe.
It's getting there.
Nice.
that gives me stress just seeing
What
what
are
it
all
says.
those
Look at that.
things?
Oh,
What are all those
Yep.
things?
all the ends.
It's a
Cthulhu.
nude.
Oh, she's Rasta now. Now she's a Rasta. Nice.
So many heads.
So many.
Thanks for joining us, ladies. I hope you got lots of crafting done, and I hope I didn't offend you too much. See you next week.
Amy will still be weaving
Nah.
in ends next week.
Yeah.
Right.
Thanks, guys. Bye, everybody. Thanks, Annie, for coming in. Bye,
Bye.
Morgan.
Bye, guys.
Bye, Amy. Bye, guys.
Bye.